Anybody in here?
Hi. Yes.
Can't hear you
Hey,
guys. Oh, there you go.
hey, Rowdy.
So
What's
I
up,
think the
guys?
way we should do it this time is, like I said, we mute ourselves, and if we want to say something, we say in chat.
Sounds good, man.
And I think, okay, guys, I think we should just let Brian narrate the whole episode before we say anything. Just let him go through the whole episode so it's done with.
Whatever you guys want to do, I'm down for.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
that's the best method in my opinion. So it doesn't.
What's up,
I think
guys?
the way we should do it this time.
Okay, whatever you guys want to do, I'm down for.
Okay, well.
So, I mean, I rewatched this again, TS-19. Honestly, it's just crazy. For one, it's very nostalgic, but also, it is not the worst finale, but I could see why it's in, like, maybe the top three. Like, I would say like, the third worst finale the series has ever done, for me.
Yeah, well, we were early on still, so it wasn't like, because it's not like the finale that usually goes up to standard as a finale. Because usually you expect big deaths and stuff, but really the only one who died was freaking Jackie.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. This was a good episode. It wasn't for a finale. It wasn't the greatest.
It was kind of slow.
I mean,
I'm on the
yeah,
opposite
but
end
that's
of the
season
spectrum.
one really in general.
So,
I actually like this episode.
all right,
Yeah.
so
No. And not saying it's bad. We're just saying it's not the best finale.
Right.
Ken says I can't join tonight on the Discord. All right, Ken.
Okay,
Well,
that's fine.
let me just type on Discord. No worries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you want to join the chat on YouTube too, that is definitely up to you.
Yeah.
But I think we should just do it like that. Like I said. So I think let's mute ourselves now.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. And also, I think this is a great way to do it. Just four people talking, and muting ourselves if we're not talking. So, like, I think that would help cancel a lot of background noise and just help the stream go better. So, all right.
I think it's just getting used to it, but we'll get fine. So let's just start, and we can talk about other stuff after the episode's over. So let's mute ourselves. Let's let Brian do his thing, and then.
Perfect, man.
All right.
Okay.
So, all right. So the episode starts out. You guys know how it starts out with the flashback at the hospital where Shane is trying to get back. He's trying to get Rick, and he sees the army soldiers shooting the hospital staff, and zombies are killing the soldiers, and it's chaos. And we see Shane going into Rick's room and not really being able to do anything. And I did like this flashback because it actually adds to Rick and Shane. Because, like, in the comic book series, Shane never went back for Rick in the hospital. So, like, this helped add to his character. It also relates later to the episode why, like, Shane mentions how he really thought Rick was dead and how he tried to go back for him. It still is kind of weird to me that, like, I mean, even Shane says it, like, there's no way Rick could have survived this. And it's still, to this day, like, it's one of the biggest mysteries in The Walking Dead. Like, how did Rick survive, the issue with the hospital? Like, I mean, not his coma, but, like, the machines went down. So, yeah. But honestly, I still really enjoyed the flashback. It was still really well done. So I'm just going to take a quick break. What did you guys think about the flashback? So, like, I just want to hear everyone's opinion on it.
I personally think that this was, like, it was a good way to introduce it because you have to know, like, Shane's story of, like, because he said, like, he's like, I thought he was dead. So seeing this kind of, I think, helps out that story when he tells that to Lori, like, earlier. And I do actually think that they played it off pretty well because Shane really did think that there was no other option. So I liked it.
Yeah. I guess I'll say my opinion. I think, like, it was a good scene because it kind of established a relationship between Rick and Shane and kind of made the death more impactful because it clearly showed that Shane did really care about Rick and didn't want him to get hurt.
Was there a flashback scene in this episode? I don't recall it.
There was.
Yeah, no, at the beginning.
What was it again?
The hospital. Like, before, like, when the apocalypse started, like, the
When
military was killing people.
I thought that was in season 2 for some reason, that scene.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's the one where he leaves, like, the bed on the door, like, to kind of, like, try to keep him safe and stuff.
Oh, well, then I actually love that scene because I think it's good to show, like, their brotherhood And then in season
Yeah.
2, it shows how far Shane's fallen.
Yeah.
But it makes it more impactful.
Exactly. Great
All right.
scene.
Okay, let's let Brian get back to the episode.
So we have, okay, what else are we? Okay, right, in the present, so we have the characters going to the CDC and they meet Dr. Jenner, and obviously, like, we find out later, but it's kind of weird that he was asking them, he was like, is anybody infected? And it's like, well, it's like, it's funny because, like, he actually knows that everybody's infected. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a, I don't know what you would call it, but then, like, they ask for a chance, and he says that if I do, like, you all have to submit a blood test. So my guess is that Dr. Jenner knew, or at least had an idea, that everyone is infected and just wanted their blood work just to be absolutely sure that, like, people from the outside still had it, because he's been inside since the whole apocalypse. So I'm guessing that's what it was. Do you guys agree? You guys, you there?
Oh, hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
we're here.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you, like, couldn't hear me or anything. And wait, Rowdy, you said we owe the whole series to the hospital bed. He has the IV bag. I think he was also asking if they were bit. Yeah, he asked. He asked if anyone was bit, but Rick mentions how Jim didn't make it. So, yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of interesting looking back because, like, Dr. Jenner, I guess, had his suspicions that everyone was infected, and that's kind of why I guess why he did the blood work. So some people think it's certain things are pointless in this episode, like, you know what I mean, like how he locked the group in and then how he's able to access the door again. Like, some people, and the blood work, and like, but like, some people think it's pointless, but I don't think so. I think for the most part this episode was very well handled in terms of realism.
No, it definitely made sense because, like, his way of looking at it is that it's like, once that door closes, it's not going to open again. But that's just him saying that it's like, I hope you guys are going to want to stay, like, to just die in this place. But once, Rick convinces them enough that he's just like, all right, like, I'm not going to, like, kill these people. It seems like they really do want to go.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead, Brian.
because with the door, some people are like, wait, that's it? And it's like, well, actually, in the episode, like, he mentioned several times that it's the outside doors he can't get access to. The inside ones he did, but he just felt like it was pointless. Okay, so I'm just going to talk more about the episode. So we have the characters. Oh yeah, we have the scene in the thumbnail where they're all in the elevator, and it's just absolutely crazy to me that there's only 2 survivors in the scene. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not counting Rick because we still need to see a few things, like if he's even alive, timeline wise, and what's going on with the CRM. So for the most part, it's just Daryl and Carol. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy that everyone in the picture besides Daryl and Carol is gone from the show.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of it's just kind of crazy because I would have never guessed. I mean, I'm sure we could all say I did not think that those would be the only 2 characters alive, like, all this way.
Yeah, I mean Daryl, yes, I'm not surprised, but Carol, like, I thought she would have died like maybe season 3 or 4.
Yeah, because in this episode, with Carol, you really don't see her as Carol, like, throughout the show. This is like the way Carol is in this episode. It's like, man, like, Melissa McBride, like, she portrayed the character in the beginning as so sweet, innocence, like, not tough at all. You know what I mean? It's just crazy seeing, especially in this episode, how far Carol has come.
Agreed. I think that Carol is a character that definitely, like, I think that throughout, like, I think we could all say we never guessed that Carol would become the way she is now. But man, seeing her in this, I do have to say she is, I gotta say this was probably one of the first episodes that she turned out to be an actual, like, good character, though, because she did hand Rick the grenade at the end, so that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved her. It's like where I started to like her. She started like this abused housewife, and now she's probably one of the most badass characters on the show. She definitely has like the best like evolution, I'd say, of any character. when it comes from like strength wise.
So in the chat, DeRosa says it's a great finale. TS-19 is an underrated episode. Do you guys? I know that Matt also thinks it's a masterpiece. Like, do you think this episode deserves more credit?
Me?
Nah.
I like it.
I personally think that this episode is. I don't hate it. I don't even really dislike it. I just think it like as a normal episode, I would view this as like, okay, it's pretty good because we got some cool action at the end. But in terms of a finale, I just don't think it's the greatest, to be honest. I think this season could have ended better, especially for like a first season,
Yeah.
You usually gotta have that hook for season 2.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman, you guys saw the letter or the thing he wrote, like the speech about how he kind of regrets doing the whole CDC thing. It was like Frank Darabont's idea, and just Kirkman kind of wishes he can go back and like change it for the show because like it was so early, and then the French like revealing that the French and the virus is global. I guess that's where Kirkman kind of regretted it, but I feel like I don't know. I don't have a huge problem with it, but it's Kirkman's creation, so.
I kind of feel like Kirkman kind of like he thought that it was a good idea at first, and then when he filmed it, like he's just like I feel like it's like he got lazy with it. He's just like, let's do this like CDC storyline, and then he's like, I don't know.
Do you guys think?
I don't know.
Do you guys think they should have went with the Shire Wilt Estates from the comics?
That's the like estate place they went to in the second volume, right?
Yeah, they go there with Tyrese's group, and Donna dies.
Oh yeah, Donna.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who that is.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but.
So, for the most part, you guys wouldn't change too much with this episode?
Nah, I just feel like it feels too underwhelming for a finale, that's all. Like, if anything, season 1 should have ended with them going into the CDC, and the premiere of season 2 is like this.
I completely agree because I think that this episode, like, as much as I still think it's a decent episode, but I just think that, like, I don't know, like Brian just said, like, what would I fix about it? I kind of agree with the Kirkman approach, is that you kind of didn't need to do it. I don't think it's 100% necessary, and honestly, I think that they could have even done just some extra on the road stuff and maybe like have a few other things happen as a finale. I just don't think this fits well.
Yeah, it really felt out of place for the series, I find.
All right, so we have Dr. Jenner in the episode. He introduces them to Vi, and I just want to say a few things. So one of them is this the whole like advanced technology thing. Like I was expecting that for the CRM. Like looking back, you know what I mean? Like they like artificial intelligence, computers, just like key card swiping. I'm like, okay, like. Because when I think of the CRM, I thought that that's what we're going to get. But then we see in World Beyond, like, no, they have tape recorders.
Yeah.
They could have other stuff. We haven't seen much. Like, the CRM is so drip-fed, the stuff they give us. We know practically nothing about them still. And it's been, what, 4 years since the first time we saw them?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. So, okay, so yeah, we have Dr. Jenner giving everyone, he's taking everyone's blood to, test it. And later, I mean, we don't really get to see him, I guess, no, he finishes testing, but like, he doesn't tell the group that, they're all infected, obviously, because we want to save that for later. And so, anyways, yeah, we have the characters drinking in the cafeteria, and like we have the part where Daryl is like, we have that line from Daryl where he was like telling Glenn, like, not you, Glenn, like, don't drink soda. I want to see how red your face can get. Like, that was funny. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a nice little like episode to develop the characters, but at the same time, I just felt like for a finale, it could have been way better.
Exactly. I think that's where my problem comes in. Like, I do actually like this scene though, because like it just sees the character. We get to know the characters, kind of what they're more like as people, other than like just survivors. But like for a finale, I completely agree. I don't think that this was the best idea.
Yeah, because it's so calm, you know? Like, it's probably the calmest scene right here, like the most like peaceful scene we have, like until like they get to Alexandria, maybe. I think it's the most peaceful we see the characters.
I mean, they were on the farm too, but
Yeah, but
yeah.
there was like always something happening there, I find.
Man, the farm was so peaceful though for episodes 4 through 6. Though those were so slow.
I agree.
A little too slow.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why season two is kind of an issue for me, but I still love season two. The second half is amazing. The first half is like what?
It's okay.
This might shock you guys, but like I prefer this over the season 8 finale. This episode.
I agree with you. I agree
No,
with you.
I agree. Season eight finale was like really underwhelming. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was
It
terrible
was.
in my opinion.
It totally
It was just cheap. That's the problem. Like it was just like a cheap episode because it kind of felt like they just didn't know what to do. They're like, oh well, we have to have Rick versus Negan, so let's do that. But it didn't feel like they put that much of an effort into it.
The thing is,
Yeah,
just
it
like for the third time, Rick versus Negan. It's like, how many times do we need to see these two going at it? It got repetitive.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's like three fights they had, and like the only reason Negan survived the two others is because, you know, the plot demands it. Like Rick could have easily killed him in both situations.
Especially the first fight when he had the automatic rifle and then he like
Yeah.
doesn't decide
He
to
tosses
shoot him.
it
He just
away.
runs away. Like what?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we have
Back to the
Shane.
episode, yeah.
Yeah, we have Shane asking Dr. Jenner about like what really happened here. The fact that he's the only scientist left is just kind of crazy. And he mentions how a lot of people left to find their families, and there were also a whole bunch of suicides or opting out. And yeah, it's just man, this episode, even though it's very calm, it's very bleak too, because the characters kind of come to the CDC to like have an idea, like, yeah, are you guys going to work on a cure? Like, but there is no cure that, I mean, there was being worked on, but it really isn't. It's kind of crazy that, like, I guess in a way this episode is to show that, like, yeah, there is no fixing this virus. Like, it's permanent now, like, for the world, for humanity. So that's why it's very bleak. Like, what do you guys think?
I agree because it's like that's actually one of the things I do like about it is how bleak it is, like you just said. Like, but I do like it, and I do also like another thing too is that how this episode focuses on kind of like, I don't know, I like the whole idea of kind of like finding out kind of how the zombie process like works. So I guess in other words, Walker process works because they don't call them zombies, but like I don't know. I think it was kind of interesting how they did that too, like how they focused on how the walkers kind of how the process goes and how long it takes and that whole thing as well.
Yeah, I agree. You guys want to say anything about that, or you good? Okay, I'm guessing you guys. Oh, Rowdy, do you want to say
Yeah,
something?
there's nothing to be said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing to really be said, I find. It's just that you said everything there is need to be said really about that.
Okay, so we have. Okay, so yeah, we have the characters after they eat. They go and take showers and stuff, and we see everyone talking. Dale comes across Andrea, who is very upset, throwing up, and yeah, so and then we have Rick talking to Jenner about how he kind of like feels like it's just a matter of time before everything he knows will be gone. So there are moments of like what I mean, like bleakness in this episode. But I guess
I would like to include one thing though is that the I think it's like when Jenner's just like he tells Rick after Rick tells him like I don't know anymore, and he's just like it'll all be good, like it'll all be okay soon. It's like, dude, like you are so psychotic for that one.
Yeah, it's weird. The Walking Dead, this is the first time, and I think only time they've ever really done a mad scientist like character. You know what I mean?
I think it turned out okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't go with the cliche mad scientist, like he's got Walker pets or something like that, because that's just a cliche version of it.
Oh dear God, we don't need another Martha.
Oh,
Could you
yeah.
imagine? Could you like imagine Jenner's like, oh, I got these walkers and you're gonna be stuck in a room with them or some shit like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, if it was done right, I wouldn't hate it. But I find like overall, I don't like seeing scientists and stuff in the show. I feel like it kind of ruins what the show's about, you know? Like, I don't want a clear
Yeah.
storyline. Like, I'll
hold
be
on,
pissed if they do that with the CRM.
hold on, guys. I'm getting a call. I'll be right back.
Okay, guy.
No problem.
No problem.
What's up, guys?
What's up, kid?
Hey.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so I feel this is going way better than last time. I feel it's a lot more organized.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, obviously, let's not jinx it, but I feel like we just need to let Brian finish the episode so it's out of the way, and then we can just do whatever, you know?
Faux show, faux show.
He loved it for the first like maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then he
Yo, Rowdy,
Hey,
how's
I know.
episode
Sorry
3
about
going?
yesterday. Sorry, Matt, about episode 3.
Yeah, like how's it going? Like,
It'll be out
uploading?
later. It's already on Premiere. It's already like in the Premiere thing if you check my channel.
Cool. I'm gonna binge episode 2 and 3 tonight.
Yeah, they're
I'll hop on that with
Hi,
you,
guys.
man.
Awesome. Yeah, when I
you
get
can
home, we
like
can
let
do
me know
it,
what
dude.
you think after, but
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
just thanks. I appreciate the support you guys are giving it. It's nice to finally be able to put this out there, you know, because
Absolutely.
No problem, man.
For sure, man.
it's nice to get more critical stuff because I feel like if I just show this to like my family, you know, they're no matter what they're gonna say it's good, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather honest critique than fake praise.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for
And
sure, dude.
honestly, I'm as honest as it gets. You guys know I always speak my mind.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Faux show.
Hey,
Well,
Well,
Uh,
anyway,
Brian to get
we can
back.
talk about it after. Yeah, let's just get back to the episode and we'll talk about it after, okay?
For sure.
I just want to mention, so guys, thanks for waiting on me. So sorry about that. But just one thing about the episode, like this. Okay, so this is actually a groundbreaking episode because something happens in it that never happens again in the series. You guys want to know what it is?
What's
What
that?
is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I know we beat this joke to death, but it just has to be. It's Daryl taking a shower. I mean, like he did.
Oh
Like,
my lord.
They didn't show that too. That's the funniest thing.
no, they didn't. But like, it's pretty clear. At least it's like heavily implied.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the only time that'll ever happen, probably.
I'm actually watching TS-19 as we're doing this, so I can get filled in.
Get live commentary.
Dude,
been
honestly,
years.
I find it kind of funny though. The one part, I don't know why. I just found it funny when Glenn he just hears like hot water. Glenn's face when he hears hot water. It's so funny for some reason.
It's
Bro.
only been a year and a half since I've seen this episode, so I need to get filled in a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this episode, dude.
It's great, ain't it?
Yep, one of my top tier finales, and people like really disagree with me on that, but like that's just my opinion. Obviously, I do really enjoy this episode.
I think that like where I agree with you is about like the last like 10, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. That's when I do agree with you. But like the rest of it, I don't know why. I just can't like call this a good finale with the rest.
This is the most sciencey The Walking Dead has ever been. I love it.
True, even more than World Beyond.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So All right.
Yeah, for real.
okay, so we have Lori who is going to the game room where there's Carl, Sophia, and Carol. Carol and Sophia go to sleep. So is Carl. And we get the scene with her and Shane, which okay, first off, this is like the first time it's happened. Later happens in season 2, but it's like Shane needs to know how to button his shirt. Okay, like seriously, it's kind of weird. Maybe that's why he needs Lori. Maybe that's why he needs her help. Like
They even made like an action figure, like McFarlane Toys. The one figure they make of Shane is with him with his shirt open. That's what makes me laugh.
it's
He
like
goes
Shane.
hey Lori, take a look at my muscles.
It's so awkward. It's like Shane, button your shirt. It's like, especially in season 2 as well. It's like, man, is that what Lori did for him back at the camp? Like, has he never been taught how to button his shirt?
Oh my god, poor Shane. Yeah, Shane has the mentality of a freaking 10-year-old.
Yeah,
So Lori has to play mommy for him.
yeah, he definitely, because like the next scene we get. Okay, so like I did support Shane wanting to be clear with Lori and like just telling her flat out like, yes, I really thought he was dead. And I didn't know why, but everything happened crazy, and that I wanted to get you and Carl somewhere safe. That's where I was, on his side. Because, like, yeah, he needed to say that. Like, yeah, he made a mistake.
Yeah, like
He's human, you know? Like, it happens.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I
It's
love
not like he faked it, you know.
I love how they did it though, because it's like usually in like TV shows or even usually Walking Dead does it where it's like the characters try to defend themselves and you have to hear it through what they're just saying. But in this one, it's actually well done because you actually did see in the intro exactly what he means when he's defending himself. Like I don't know, I like that.
Yeah,
You know what's
same.
crazy? You know what's crazy, right? You take a look at this episode and you see how much equipment and things they had back then, and then you compare it to like season 9 and 10, and they're like so backed up on the equipment, like they don't have like barely anything.
That
Wait,
is true.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, like this episode, you have all these like big screens and stuff, and all these like chemicals and everything, and then you get season 9
Yeah.
and 10, you get like medieval like weaponry and bow staffs and bow and arrows and stuff.
Yeah, they're well
Yeah.
equipped in the early days, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, big
I'm
time.
sure the Civic Republic has stuff like that though, for sure. Though we haven't seen it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know though. I'm kind of concerned with the CRM and how much they have if they're using tape recorders.
I know.
Oh my god.
We're never
We
gonna
have to-
forget. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
Like, yeah, no, sorry. Just keep going. Let's get back to the episode. We can talk about all this after.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm on Shane's side, just talking when he's talking to Lori and just kind of defending himself or like what happened. And then we have the part where I don't defend him, where he's telling Lori he loves her, and then he tries to, I guess, force himself on it. Okay, first off, Negan would have a fit if Negan was in the scene. Like, he wouldn't have tolerated that. But yeah, Rick
Oh,
definitely
he
would
would
not
have
have
been
tolerated.
dead.
Yeah, same with Rick.
Did he
Negan.
try?
I mean,
Yeah, except the one difference is though is that like I'm sorry, I think Shane would probably beat Negan in a fight.
Yeah, was he actually trying to do that though? Like force himself on her, or was it just what it looked like? Or
I
was he
mean,
actually
He
trying
kind
to,
of was.
I won't say it. I won't say the word on stream, obviously. But
Yeah.
Shane would freaking demolish Negan in a fight. Negan would
He
be on
would.
his knees begging.
well, I feel if Shane survived till season 7, like to the circle scene with the Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, he would have been the one to die. Since
Oh my god.
Negan killed Abraham because Abraham was tough,
Yeah, dude. Honestly, Negan would have taken a look at Shane in the lineup and he'd be like, "Okay, this guy clearly looks like a problem."
I bet you like as soon as like he saw like that day after when Maggie's like, you need to get back to Alexandria, we need to get ready to fight. He'd be all for it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, all right, let's go.
Shane is a magnificent villain, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I don't know if Negan would have killed Shane, because like we saw he didn't kill Daryl in 2 situations when he had the chance at the lineup, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
Brian, do you think that maybe instead of like this, like him, maybe like Negan killing Shane, do you think that maybe Shane would have been taken as like a prisoner, like maybe a Daryl situation instead?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It'd be cool, like in a different version where Shane like actually, survived, and then we saw him in season 7. I wonder like how he'd handle.
Yeah, guys, I
like,
got a dip. I'll be back in a few.
All right,
Okay.
Matt,
Okay,
no
see you
worries.
then.
All right, I'll see you guys after.
Yeah.
But like
bro.
I was saying though, like honestly, I think that Shane, to be honest, like I don't know, I know maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I still think that regardless of how amazing it would have been seeing Shane survive longer, I actually think his death is honestly perfect for me.
No, I agree.
I agree.
I'm not saying like I didn't like his death, and I think he had a good time, but I'm just saying that they could have kept him alive and made it work. It would have been a nice drift from the comics. He already outlived his comic counterparts, so.
Also, a random detail, I'm sure you guys can be like, this is so random, Dan, but honestly, another thing about it too is that like in Shane's death episode, that music they used when that herd was coming at the end of that episode, oh, that gives me chills.
Iconic.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that was a massive hurt too. Like you could tell like things were about to go down.
All right, so back to the episode. We have, we have the part where where Lori scratches Shane on the neck, and we have, her crying, and then Rick tells her that they don't have to be afraid anymore, and then we have the morning where everyone is hungover, especially poor Glenn. I mean, my goodness, like the fact that he has the worst of it, and eventually 6 seasons later gets the worst, as far as like brain injury at the hands of Negan, just oh man, like seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, so it's weird that Rick never finds out what Shane almost did that night. Like they never
What-
address.
what-
I mean, they never like find out.
What
What do you think he would have
was
done
it that
if he
they-
found
what
out?
was it
Do
that
you
they
think he would have
were
killed
doing
Shane
that-
instantly?
Weren't they eating breakfast or something in that scene? I can't remember what happened after that.
Yeah, well, T-Dog was making his famous powdered eggs or something.
That's right. That's
I,
right.
I've
I do
never
them
eaten powdered.
good.
Yeah, I've never eaten powdered eggs before. Has anyone? Like, I don't know what they look like.
Yes, once or
It just
twice.
tastes like regular eggs, just a bit more like. How can I explain it?
Powdery.
It's a bit more of a different. It has like a bit more of a. I don't really know. It's a bit more like. If you eat it, it becomes like it's like melts in your mouth, pretty much. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really eat eggs personally, like not like scrambled eggs. Like it's usually when it's part of something, but
Yeah, I like scrambled eggs, but yeah, I don't know. What T-Dog was making, I'm always wondering about.
I mean, T-Dog's the best. I do anything he makes.
So, the characters, talk about how they want answers, and we get Jenner showing them test subject 19, TS-19, and I did like this scene. Like, it does give us more about the walkers and how humanity is. Like, it's very true because, like, we get, like, our brains, like, that's how they are. Like, they do have these, like, little, little bits of energy, sending messages, everything. And I like the part where Jenner just says that phrase. It's so simple. And Daryl's like, do you ever make sense? And then Jenner says it in a more scientific term. And then after that, I was like, okay, that's even more confusing.
Honestly, though, this is a scene that I want to kind of use as an example, though, because, like, honestly, Kirkman, I think this is more of why he regrets this episode. Is I feel like he thinks that this scene maybe gave away too much that maybe he didn't want to reveal. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it could be. But honestly, I feel like it kind of makes sense. I mean, they gotta explain a little bit how the virus works, just a little bit. And knowing that, like, yeah, you're kind of like the zombies are kind of alive, like, but they're not. Like, the person that you were, it's never gonna come back. But somehow the brain and the body, they do make it active because walkers, they can smell, they can move some of their muscles, and they can bite, they can see. So part of the brain has to be alive. So that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I just find that in the comics they did it better since the characters found out like naturally, about the whole like no matter how you die, you turn thing. Pretty sure they found that out naturally, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think
their
that
own.
I think that that's though, like, I feel like Kirkman, I feel like maybe he had, like, what I was saying, like, more ideas. Maybe he wanted to go a certain direction with the whole, like, kind of how the walkers, how the process is. And then I feel like he did this episode and he wanted to kind of change his mind, but it was too late. I feel like maybe that's why he regrets it.
Yeah, my issue with the episode isn't necessarily, I guess, like of what happened in it. I just found like it was overall too early. Like I felt like that should have been maybe season 2.
They could have used it for sure.
Yeah, we didn't
definitely.
need so
I'm not
much.
saying it's bad.
Well, season 2 was really slow with the farm stuff, and definitely
So-
needed it needed
Yeah.
more meat to it. Season 2 needed more meat.
I mean,
I
you
it was
guys know
literally
where
the same
I
as
stand.
Fear season 2, in my opinion. Very
I
slow
mean-
first half and like really good second half.
You guys know where I stand on The Walking Dead season 2, though. I've said this, I think, a few times now, but I think that a good way to fix some of those slow farm episodes, and this is just for one of them, because obviously there's still going to be a few slow ones, but just do less episodes for season 2, to be honest. And then another thing you could do is, if you want to kind of have an episode on the farm be interesting as they're kind of just there, have Tyrese's group show up. And the group that kind of maybe took over their camp was the group that Randall's from. And kind of that's how they're introduced. I think that may work, to be honest.
I feel like Dan's writing like a season 2 rewrite or something.
I mean, I would like that, but I kind of hope not, because I don't know. I had ideas to do that, honestly. So I'm like, oh, if he does it, I can't do it.
Because I said I want to do a like Fear season 4 rewrite. Like it would still have to like go off what Fear season 4 actually had, but it would combine season 4 and 5 and just be a lot better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the first half is good, like at least in like
Yeah.
some areas, but like there are definitely some things that definitely need some fixing, and in particular, the second half is so bad.
So
Oh my god, yeah. Second half, freaking Martha, like Logan was a way better villain than Martha, in my opinion. At least Logan like had people to back him, you know.
Logan wasn't even a
Also,
villain; he was just like some guy that wants oil.
He was just a
also
bully.
like, also like I like how he like calls our group back in season 5, you know, with their helping bull crap. I like how they like he calls them out on it.
He calls him stupid. Yeah, that's what makes me like Logan. He actually like pointed out the problem with what they're doing. Like
Absolutely.
I get you want to help people, but you know, let them
I
come to
just-
you. Let the people come to you. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Whoever's talking, go ahead.
I kind of think that though there's one part that makes me laugh about Logan though. It's something so small, but I don't know why. Season 5 just had such terrible comedy, but there was one scene that just made me laugh for some reason, and it's at the oil fields when like Logan, like Luciana's pointing the gun and she's like, "Do not take another step."
Oh, yeah.
And Logan just smirks and then takes another step. I'm just like, yeah, he's calling you out for being weak.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like literally, how many times did they fire guns in season 5? I swear.
Barely any.
Yeah.
And yeah, also, hey guys, if you didn't know, in the chat, the Chosen One, he actually does Fear season 4.
Yeah,
he
I
did
know,
a
I saw that.
Fear season 4 rewrite where Madison's still
Oh,
alive.
it's
Like,
really good.
I'm glad you like it. I haven't gotten the chance to read them, or I guess watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I won't spoil it, but it goes off like what Erickson meant to do. But if I did a rewrite, it would actually be like it would go off what happened in the actual season 4. I would just change it up like what Dan did with season 7.
You know, honestly, the thing is with that though, like I think that Dave Erickson, you guys just imagine how good Fear would be at this point if like we had Dave Erickson for the first 3 seasons. That, you know, is not different. But then in season 4, when Morgan crosses over, that's when David Alpert's just like, yeah, I'll take over, you know, and then he takes over during season 4. Like, dude, you imagine how good the show would be right now?
That'd be great.
And they could have done good with Morgan. Don't get me wrong. They could have done great things with Morgan. Like they could have done that time jump still with Erickson, and they could be fine if Erickson stayed.
Agreed.
But no, we got these freaking 2 clowns, freaking AC and IJ or whatever. Those are their initials. They freaking clowns and don't know how to write a good TV show.
If you guys
Yep.
didn't know, they actually like had an interview like back in like I think it was like after the mid-season finale. And the Skybound people was like, what makes season 6 so good to In and Andrew? And they're like, well, you know,
Ye-
we definitely stepped up our writing game. We wanted to listen more to the fans. I'm like, you didn't write it, you idiots.
I know.
Yeah, like I feel what they did with season 5 because like what did 2 people die in season 5? Logan and freaking Vlogger Boy.
It was Logan, Tom, and that one Logan's right hand gal. I can't remember her name.
Doris.
You know,
Yeah.
another thing that drove me crazy when I saw Ian and Andrew, though, is during season 6. You guys remember before season 6 started, we just saw this, like, I think, what do they do? It's like where they talk about the season before, like, coming up in the next season, and you have, like, some of the actors that talk and stuff.
Yeah,
I love
that
that.
to look at season 6.
A look at the season, yeah. And I remember Ian and Andrew, they were in it, and I'm just like, dude, what are you guys doing there? Like, can we have David, like, talk? Like, seriously.
Well, to be fair, we didn't know about the Ghost Rider at the time, I don't, because that was before season 6 started. Then we found out about the
But-
Ghost Rider around episode 4.
Hey,
My
guys,
argument, though, is that I don't think anybody would be upset if they just said there's a new showrunner. That's the thing.
hey guys,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get back to the episode.
Yeah, we should. We went really off track. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's fun to talk about stuff, but I feel like we should get the episode done with first,
Yeah, definitely. So
and then talk about other stuff. So get back to the episode.
all right, so we have the part where Jenner mentions how he's lost contact with the other research facilities, and Andrea's just upset, like there's nothing left, it's gone. And then Dale, we have him asking Jenner about the clock, how it's counting down, and you know the whole. I mean, yeah, like was it a code? I forgot. Like it was called wildfire, right? Like the explosion. I believe that's what the term they gave.
Wildfire.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Wildfire was like the bombing of the city.
I always wonder. So yeah, we have Rick, Shane, T Dog, Glenn. They're going in the basements to check the generators, and part of me was wondering. I'm like, if were they could they have saved the CDC from exploding if they just gave got more fuel out from outside and filled the generators, or do you think it's something that they couldn't have done at all? Like they couldn't have saved it.
I kind of think Jenner was just going to do what Jenner was going to do, and I don't think they really had a way to stop it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Jenner
Just
just like, I don't know.
Just to clear the air, wildfire is the code they gave for the virus, and the bombings and stuff is called Operation Cobalt. So there.
I thought
Wait,
that was
cool.
just for fear.
Yeah, I thought that's for fear.
No,
Oh,
So
Operation Cobalt is
technically,
all
that
over
was
the United
in World
States.
Beyond. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Cade.
Oh yeah, Operation Cobalt's all over the United States.
I didn't think about that. So like when Huck, she was ordered to kill all those people, that was Cobalt.
That was Cobalt. Yep.
Interesting. I mean, that doesn't make me care about World Beyond, but hey, at least they tied back.
Yeah, I don't think anything makes us care about World Beyond at this rate.
Did you see my tier list that I posted for the seasons?
Oh yeah, I saw.
I don't know if you agree with it, but
Yeah, and then okay, so like Dan mentioned, this is where the episode starts picking up. Rick, their power is going down, and Rick is asking Jenner what's happening, and he mentions how the building itself is shutting itself down and keeping the computers going, and the process is starting, and they're asking him, okay, like what process? It's kind of something like please fill us in kind of thing, and like he mentions how, oh my goodness, the HITs, high impulse thermal fuel air explosive. It's like next to the nuclear bomb kind of thing. It's just like the look of their characters' faces is just like, oh wow. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. And the characters. Oh yeah, Dan.
I kind of think that like it's kind of it's I like you just said, yeah, like I can agree. This is when the tension raises, and honestly, there's a few reasons. The main reason is because we're kind of like the characters, which is what I love about it. Like we're asking we're wondering the same questions. We're wanting these answers from Jenner as an audience as well. And then also we're just as nervous as them because we're just like, okay, like the time is running out. We see that they don't have much time left. So I like this. I like how they make us wonder, and it you're watching it and you're on edge. They capture that very well.
yeah, definitely.
I totally agree. And we get the part where, Jenner just mentions how this explosion's like just gonna set the air on fire. The music was so perfect. Seeing everyone, some people in tears, some people just accepting it, some people like just shocked and just like, oh man, like what a scene. I will say that. And
I like how they're sad though here. Like at first they're sad, and then Brian's about to get to it, but then you just cut after commercial, and everybody's just angry. Like Daryl and Shane especially.
yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
didn't like Shane put like the shotgun to Jenner's face, or was that Daryl?
No, that was Shane, but we'll get to that. So we have
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So we have Daryl. He's angry. He throws a bottle against the door, and then they're using the axes. And I love the part. So Jenner's like, those doors are designed to withstand a rocket launcher. And then we get one of the best lines from Daryl with the axe. Yeah, but your head ain't. Like that was awesome. That is so funny. I miss this, Daryl. I miss you.
Yeah, that was like.
I miss this kind of Daryl because, like, seriously, like you just said, like, it's like, well, you're heading. And then, like, for the millionth time in just this one season of the show, like, Daryl and Shane, they just have to, like, control him. They have to, like, hold him back. It's just so funny.
Yeah. Is it just me, or is Daryl kind of gone softer now in season 10? Like, he's still a badass, but he's not like before, where, like, he'll shoot you for looking at him funny.
He's like a dad now, which is kind of crazy.
Which is fine. Like, I know, like, with Lydia, like, he's basically adopted Lydia, even though he hasn't.
I mean, he kind of has during season 9 and parts of 10, but lately it's kind of feeling like they're dropping that storyline and giving the Lydia and Negan storyline an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like, I feel it'd be cool for Negan to have kind of like a daughter, figure.
I've said this ever since Henry got killed, but I just don't think Lydia really has a purpose anymore. I'm still kind of wondering.
Not like in the comic. I mean, even in the comics, Lydia, she's cool, but I find Lydia just doesn't do much after the Whisper storyline. That, like, I don't expect to see her much in season 11, to be honest.
But yeah, Brian, I'll let you get back to the episode, man.
Yeah.
Yes. So then we find out that Jenna reveals that Subject 19 was his wife, and that she could have been the one to kind of cure this thing, and instead he lived, and like, I mean, just there was no chance. There could have been with her, and we have the characters talking to Jenna about how they just want a chance, to live, to keep going, even if yes, like if they stay in the explosion, yeah, they might not feel pain, but still, it's like you're gonna die. Whereas, honestly, I'm with the characters. I mean, sure, we find out that Jackie stays, but like I'm there with the characters. Yes, you could die a horrible death if you go, but it's like it's still worth the chance to take it. So okay, so we have
Agreed.
Okay, yeah, so we have the part where Shane gets mad and pulls the shotgun on Jenner, which I was kind of thinking, I'm like, listen, I get he's mad, but it's like, maybe don't aim that at his head. Like, maybe aim it somewhere non-lethal, because you kind of need him. Because yeah,
You know what
Rick-
made me worry
it's a
though when I was
shotgun, too,
watching it?
though.
Is that, like, honestly, when Shane was like pointing the gun, the part that made me worry, because I just kind of knew, like, yeah, Shane's not gonna kill him. But like the part that made me worry is when he starts shooting at all the machines and stuff. I'm like, dude, you better not shoot something important where you can't get out of there ever.
waste of ammo
Yeah.
too. Waste of ammo too.
I mean, hey, don't they have unlimited bullets in the show anyway, like Herschel's shotgun or whatever? I don't think ammo is a problem for these characters until season 9.
You know, honestly, that's the one thing. Like, a lot of people complain about season 8, and I do get that because season 8 has a lot of problems. But the one thing season 8 picked up pretty well, at least at some points, is I find with Rick. You guys imagine, like, remember the amount of times Rick in season 8 be firing his gun, and he would run out of bullets. Like, I like how they focus on that a lot in season 8.
Yeah, like it's nice to finally see some realism, like ammo actually becoming scarce.
Yeah. Because, like, how many times does Rick shoot his machine gun in season 8, and just, like, when it's out of ammo, he just throws it to the side? I find that funny.
Yeah, that pisses me off though. Like, keep it. It's a weapon, even if you don't have ammo. Like when he fought Negan in episode 12, I think he like literally threw his AK away.
All right, so back to the episode. We have Jenner opening the blast doors. The characters are trying to run, and Jenner. We get that line from him about how, like, Rick says, "I'm grateful," and we get the line from him, "The day will come when you won't be," and we have him whispering into Rick's ear. I believe he said in a deleted scene, like, if you check the Blu-ray, I believe the exact words were, "It's in our blood. We're all carriers." So I believe that's the correct phrasing, not "we're all infected." So just wanted to point that out.
Also, another thing I'd like to point out for anybody that's, watching the stream or anything like that, if maybe you didn't pick up on it, I'm sure a lot of people have, but just a cool little detail is that when, like, Rick says, "I'm grateful," and he says, "The day will come when you won't be," that is the name of the season 7 premiere, which is kind of crazy because that's the one, obviously, where Glenn and Abraham get killed, and that is probably the time that Rick isn't grateful to be out there, so that's kind of cool as well.
It's true, but they never should have used that title especially for Negan killing Glenn, like the episode. Not the right title. Way too long.
More like Something to Fear.
Yeah, it should have been
Hey.
Something to Fear.
What's Glenn's favorite restaurant?
Don't say it. Don't say it. I know what you're gonna say. I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. I've heard that joke so many times.
Popeyes.
Okay, Rowdy.
Sorry.
Rowdy, you make that joke again, and I'm gonna kick you out or something, because like
I heard that joke on freaking Game Through's video.
I know it's just bad. It's lame. It's just come on. Like,
I mean,
we're
there's not many
adults.
good Walking Dead jokes.
There's plenty of awesome Walking Dead jokes. I do it all the time in my reviews. But yeah, you don't see me.
Mate,
Wait, what?
Sorry about that.
Even pathetic Gregory has better jokes.
Yeah.
It's just
Let's
crazy.
forget that happened.
Yeah, I mean, we know what happens to the characters. Okay, so in the thumbnail, yeah, Shane gets killed and left in the field. Dale gets gutted. Lori gets gutted. T-Dog gets eaten. Carl and Andrea, who are next to each other, get bit and shoot themselves. Glenn gets his head bashed. Sophia gets bitten, left and dies alone in the woods. So yeah, the fact that almost every single person here died, like, it is crazy looking back on it, like this episode, as like Yeah, in a way, Jenna was right, but still, it's worth. First off, if the characters did die, it's like that would be the shortest zombie show ever. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah. Like it's clear they're not gonna die.
yeah, that's true. And it's just crazy to me still looking back on this. I'm like, man, just like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the show should not have, like, I mean, the fact that it kind of proves that, like, yeah, Jenner was sort of right, but he was also sort of wrong. I guess it's up to your interpretation. If, like, you think the characters' journeys were worth it, like, them surviving this was worth it in the end, which I think it
I
was.
definitely think that
Yeah.
Lori's is probably not, to be honest, because that would have been a lot better for Lori here, to be honest, than that terrible death she had. Like, you know, in terms like for her as a person, man, this would have been way quicker and like less painful.
Well, think about it. We wouldn't have had Judith if she died there.
Exactly. That's the one thing that's kind of, you know,
That's the one thing I like Lori for.
I know. At least she brought like a great little like awesome character now in the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Lori just like,
Agreed.
And it's just crazy. We have Jackie deciding to stay. Jackie was always a weird character for me. Like for one thing, they never really gave her development. Like when she wanted to stay, I'm just like, okay, that's weird. Like, you know, it kind of felt random. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think? Do you also think that if she was alive, if she survived this, she would have lasted kind of like Carol level as a character, or do you think she would have died?
I
Who,
still kind
Jackie?
of think that like Jackie is a like that is it just me? Maybe I'm like reading too much into this, but I was like trying to like watch this scene. I'm like I'm kind of confused, but then they confused me again because then it's like, wait, were T-Dog and Jackie like supposed to be together or something? Like this is weird.
I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
like where she's like, "Baby, I'm staying" or something like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I remember thinking she was his mom at first.
Oh, you know what? She would have been cool for her death is the Pikes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a long
but
time.
Really,
I was gonna say,
But-
like, what would they do with her character till
yeah,
then?
exactly. Like she'd just be Kyle. Not Kyle, Scott, but season 1.
Until
I know.
season 9. Until season 9. Then it's like, wait, was she in season 1? Like, that's how, you know, minor she was. That's how minor of a character she's been for 9 seasons.
You know what,
Yeah.
though? This is another problem I have with this episode, is that they kill off Jackie, and it kind of feels like they just wanted to take somebody out, like kill somebody off, just to say this place, the CDC had an impact and did something to the characters, you know?
Yeah, it's like we need to kill somebody off, and we don't want to kill off any of the main characters. So let's just make this random character that nobody's gonna care about early on. We can kill her off here.
Just to say it did something to the characters.
Yeah, it's.
Like you could have had nobody die and still make it good.
DeRosa asks, what if Scott was in season 1?
Oh God. Hey Matt's back.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
what's
were
up,
just
y'all?
saying Scott being. We were just asked what would happen if Scott was in season 1.
No.
If Scott was in season 1, okay, honestly it's a pretty easy answer. He would just be screen furniture, and he would just kind of just be there.
Pretty much.
So,
I love
another
how
T-Dog?
Scott's like,
Or worse than T-Dog? Because he had some lines this
Yeah.
episode, so.
T-Dog.
yeah.
T-Dog didn't really start getting any proper screen time, unfortunately, until like season 3, and of course he dies in like 3 episodes.
Yeah, but even
yeah,
in
which
season
sucks.
3, he was kind of annoying with the whole prisoner stuff, but then, like, he did something heroic, but then that's when he died.
Hey
I
guys,
don't know.
T-Dog's underrated.
Yeah, he's a decent character.
Chosen asks thoughts on why they chose to implement Alan and Donna later on in the show instead of in season 1 and add Lizzie and Mika.
Hmm.
You want me to read that again?
Oh no, I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, same.
It's
Alan and
weird.
Donna are terrible on the show, in my opinion.
They were way better in the comics.
Wait.
Also, like Morales and his family, they were the Alan, Donna, and you know Billy and Ben, but then they took him out of the show. So I don't know. It was kind of weird.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan and Donna in the
agree.
TV show are just—they're so like. What is the point of them? Honestly, I mean, Donna dies like in her first appearance,
They're
And
so
Alan-
random.
and Alan just
When were
sits
they in the
there
show?
and complains. You remember
Me?
he was the dude who got shot by the governor He was the one with the AK who pointed it at him on the road.
Yeah. Dude,
Oh.
honestly though, like that's the thing about Alan though. Like seriously, like this dude, as soon as I instantly just hated him when he's just like, we're gonna take over this place, and they have like a kid, and he's like, and like Tyrese is like, are you gonna smash the baby's head with a rock? And he's like, what is your problem? It's like, no, dude, what is your problem? Like seriously, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, Alan honestly couldn't stand that guy.
No.
I mean, not that he was major anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like I was kind of like, what the heck when it comes to the governor, like killing all of his people. But then when the governor just shoots Al, like I'm just like, yeah, dude, honestly, like the governor, I support that.
That one guy deserved it for sure, 100%.
The governor just should have killed him and then been like, you know what? That's what the governor should have done. He should have just killed Alan. Like, just pick a random person and be like, okay, that's what's gonna happen to you guys if you don't stop talking. You know, like something like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
DeRosa says this man said screen furniture. LOL. That's funny. Yeah.
I mean, it's true though.
That's what it is.
It is. So really quick, back to the episode. We're really almost done. So yeah, we have the part where Jackie wants to stay, and if you guys don't remember, the way she says Chim and Amy. Like she doesn't really say Jim, which was kind of weird. And then we have Andrea who wants to stay too. Dale is like, trying to stop her, convince her. We have the characters. They're going into the lobby, and man, what a crazy scene! Like the doors don't open, and then the windows, like they're hitting it with axes, and then T-Dog is pulling a chair out and just trying to destroy the window. Nothing. And then Shane uses his shotgun.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Yeah, and then Shane uses a shotgun, and it's like, man, nothing. And then we have the part where Carol pulls out the grenade. And this was good, because like I was always wondering, what happened to that grenade when I was watching the show? I'm like, Rick literally got it in the episode 2, I think, at the very beginning. And then like we haven't seen
You know
it.
what though? Honestly, there was one scene in this that I just laughed at because like this is supposed to be such an intense scene, and I did love it. I think this scene was well done. But man, was I not the only one that laughed when Rick, like, as soon as he took the grenade, and then when he said it, like when the thing almost went off, his response, he just started running. Like, I don't know, that was funny.
Yeah, he waited like 2 seconds and it was like, oh right, I have to run. It's like,
I know, it's like he forgot or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Rick. I'm gonna survive like almost till the end anyway. Why not? I'll just stand here. It's like, oh wait, never mind. No, I'm an actual human that could die here.
Yeah, he went to like full like robot mode for a sec, breaking like the Windows XP sound is playing in his head.
yeah. So what did you guys think about the Dale sitting with Andrea, and he's basically like, if you're staying, I am too. That's how this works. And we have that line from him where he's like, you don't get to do that, to come into someone's life, make them care, and just check out. And like I did like Dale and Andrea more in the show than in the comics, as far as them, because in the comics it was just gross.
In the comics, it just made like no sense. It was kind of just a forced relationship. But like in this, I mean, I get where Andrea's coming from. She did just lose her sister, but at the same time, I don't know why. I just get annoyed when I see her say, "I'm staying." I'm just like, come on.
Yeah. Like she has no right to do that, Like I know she lost her sister, but it doesn't give her the right to, drag other people down with her.
I like how Dale, though, to be honest, Dale's just like, no, you're not getting away that easy, like,
Check it out. We'll have to right now since we're doing the episode stuff. But I made my turn maker, so you can look at that whenever you want.
That's cool. Thanks. That's let's see. Let me see this list.
We have a question. In the comments. What if Lily didn't shoot the governor and he somehow survived?
With a katana wound in his chest?
Yeah, no. Hell no.
I was gonna say if he didn't get shot, then he would have just got mauled by walkers.
Or bled.
Yeah, there were so many.
Or bled out.
Yeah,
he was stabbed through the heart.
Yeah, he was done.
He was done, yeah. If anything, Lily, that was just a mercy kill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we have the characters, they're running out of the CDC, and man, just like, I mean, I kind of get what they were going for. It still was a little bit weird, but I get what they're trying to do with Jenner and Jack. These two characters who, they don't know each other, but they've kind of just given up hope, and they're also accepting that, like, if they're gonna die, they're okay with it. And also, I believe they said that like Jackie didn't want Jenner to be alone in his final moments. And then we have
Yeah.
we have the CDC exploding, which was kind of some rough CGI, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst the show has done for CGI. It's still not the worst.
Yeah, that deer. It's a
Yeah,
masterpiece compared to that
exactly.
deer.
That deer in season 7, episode 12, that'll always be the worst for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Agreed.
at least the CGI is somewhat believable in season 1, but oh my god, that deer, like
I don't know
What
though.
the heck?
I kind of agree with Brian. I think the explosion could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing ever, but it could have been better. Like from the show.
the song was good.
Yeah, the
Keep
sound.
it-
Oh,
keep-
the song.
Keep in mind, guys, this is 2010 I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. The song, actually, the song was kind of weird. I didn't hate it, but I'm like, maybe they could have picked something better.
I
They
actually
definitely
do
could
like
have, but it works.
I like
don't
the song.
mind- Do you guys talking about like the soundtrack before it blows up, or are you talking about the music when they drive away?
The music, I think, like tomorrow's a long time or something. The song is called.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
they could have
before it
used
blows
like
up,
something. They could have used something better.
yeah, before it blows up, that's perfect. But after, yeah, I feel like they could have picked something else. It wasn't the worst thing, like worst song, because I don't think The Walking Dead. Oh, besides the season 8 trailer, I don't think they've ever picked an absolutely bad song in a certain scene. But
Oh, that season 8 trailer though.
What
Please-
about the season 5B Fear trailer? That freaking song. What the hell was that?
Oh, that was weird.
so
I kind of do like. I don't like the music in the season 5B trailer, Fear, but I do like the music they use when you see like Jenny and her like horses ride up. Like that music was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. That's like I feel overall the actual soundtrack of season 5 was fine.
It was. It's just the way it was written. But anyway, let's go back to the
Yeah.
episode.
Ian and Andy.
so
They were almost at the end.
yeah, so we have the CDC exploding. Dale and Andrea get behind some sandbags for cover, and yeah, the CDC explodes, and Jenner and Jackie are gone, and not a single word. Oh no, I mean we do have Glenn telling them to come on, but as far as like, there's pretty much no dialogue. They start playing the song, and the characters drive off, and I'll admit, like so yeah, that's pretty much it. The episode ends as they drive off, the song playing. Could have picked a better song, but still, I think it wasn't bad. And the way the season 1 ends with just them leaving, I think was good. So that's it. The episode is over, and yeah, so
You know,
we actually did.
Overall, I think this was it like as a regular episode, like I've said, it's a good episode, like as a normal one. But as a finale, I think I agree more with what Brian was saying. It's once like you find out that the characters could be locked in for good, that's when the tension rises. But the rest of it doesn't feel like finale material for me.
It works for me.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
It
don't know,
sets
like
the
you
stage.
have there's certain standards for finales, like you expect something big, and like when it's something like that, if anything, season 1 should have ended with them still in the CDC. So we don't know what's gonna happen. We gotta wait till season 2. But that could have maybe been a Negan situation, so I don't know.
You know what Gimple would have done? Gimple would have just done something like really generic, like it's just like, oh, the time's almost up, and we see the CDC explode, but we don't know if they made it out or not. And then you start season 2,
Oh,
and
God.
it's like, oh no, he did let them out at the last second.
No,
Wait, what would the trailer be? What would the trailer be?
It'd just be
Oh
like,
god, yeah.
it'd just be like,
'cause
stay
you-
tuned on October to see, like, it
Oh
would
my
just be text
goodness.
or something.
If
Yeah,
Gimple was
season
the showrunner in
7
season 1, no thank you.
I know.
Oh god, yeah. Like Scott was good at first. Gimple was good at first. I'll give him that. Like I think season 4 was his first season. Up to season 6, he was fine.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
yeah, guys. So we actually have some questions from DeRosa. He says, "What
Yeah,
if?"
so that-
Oh no. He says, "What if the governor killed Rick?" So I'm guessing he's talking about the Too Far Gone, like in this mid-season, season 4 mid-season finale. If Rick actually did die there,
It came close.
yeah, he came
yeah,
close.
he did.
So if Rick died there, I don't know. Like Carl, he would have just, I guess, left by himself from the prison.
Guys, the thing is, though, is that if we didn't have, like, if Rick died there, we wouldn't have the legendary Coral.
That's
Oh,
true.
God. Coral.
Well, we had a little in season 1. In the first
No,
episode.
but
Just a
that
little
was like
bit.
to another level when he was looking for Carl.
Carl.
Oh my lord, that's another meme in and of itself.
Yeah, like I feel bad for anybody like named Carl. Like I feel like their friends would just mess with them like that if they're looking for them.
Yeah. DeRosa asked, how did Scott survive 2 wars and a horde? He's
'Cause of
unkillable. He's unkillable, DeRosa.
Scott. He's so irrelevant that he's invincible.
You know what? They should have just like I've said this joke to my friends and they actually agree. Is that it's like, why don't you just like do something so like just like it's honestly so easy. You just say, okay, we have a problem with Negan and the Saviors. We don't need all out war. We'll just send Scott to go talk to them and he'll be fine. He'll survive anyway. We have a problem with Alpha. Let's just send in Scott. He'll survive.
Yep, exactly. He survives everything.
CRM comes in, just have him talk to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And
You
he
guys
asked,
remember how generous Scott was in the season 10 finale? He was so brave standing up in that armor and leaving Gabriel all by himself to fight the Whisperers alone. Like,
he
what
was
a
so
what a
brave.
total
Yes.
bad A.
And
Yeah,
guys,
oh-
let's not forget he had the best line ever. Come on, Judith. I mean, dude, this is like the best. Like,
Hey,
Like,
who,
this is next level writing.
yeah. Hey, guys, who posted that picture with Carl and him in the season 7 finale? And then somebody made that joke, like, that he leaves Carl there.
I'm not sure.
There was that
Yeah, I don't
picture.
I didn't see that.
I don't know where it is, though. But, yeah, there was a picture of Carl and Scott with assault rifles from the season 7 finale. And if you go back and watch it, you do see Scott leaving Carl with his back turned. So it's like, and then we see later that Carl got captured, and it's like, oh, thanks a lot, Scott. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
The Rosa asks, what was the saddest death in The Walking Dead?
Saddest death in The Walking Dead.
It's really tough. I'm tied
Yeah.
between Glenn's like after, like, you know what I mean, like after Glenn with the whole
Maggie's reaction.
yeah, Maggie's reaction and the fake dream thing, like the paradise, or the picnic thing, and then Lori's. Those two are like so close. So yeah, Lori and Glenn, just they have the saddest. Like they're like all like
Yeah.
tied-ish for me. It's really hard for me to pick.
You know, another
Yeah,
one that is a
Lori.
good one to add in though is Carl, because that was just, I don't know why that I don't like how dragged out that episode was, but at the same time that his goodbye to Michonne and Rick just killed me.
Herschel's
Yeah,
not the
same.
pick for me.
It
Herschel
was
is.
sad, I agree, but I mean, as I mentioned earlier, like I don't hate Carl. Like I actually did start to like him in season 7 and 8, but I'm just was never the biggest fan of the character personally.
I
So,
just
like,
didn't
I
like
wasn't
Carl
broken by his
because
death.
of the, I just didn't like Carl because of the simple fact that like in season 7 he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill Negan, I'm gonna do all this stuff, we're gonna go to war, I'm gonna like do all this, and then in season 8 he's just like, yeah, I'm like, Dad, maybe we shouldn't, like, let's just
He's
like
the
forget
biggest-
Negan.
Pacifist in season 8. It's so annoying.
If anything, it should have been Glenn. Like they should have kept Glenn alive and gave Glenn the Carl death. It would have made more sense because Glenn's always been that kind of peacekeeper type character.
Exactly.
So I'm not saying I would have been happy for Glenn to die like that, but I would have been less mad because at least it would have made sense in a way.
Glenn or
For
Morgan.
Glenn yeah, Morgan, just save Fear the Walking Dead from him.
Well, season 5.
I was gonna say season 6, like I'm grateful for what they're doing in season 6.
Oh, same. Like, Morgan's awesome, freaking new bounty hunter. But season 4, Morgan, he was okay. But season 5, dear God, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I know.
Same.
I swear, somebody could have freaking like. I mean, yeah, Virginia literally did shoot him, but like, I feel like if he could get up, he wouldn't have even killed her.
I think he's gonna kill her in season 6.
I think so too.
So I think I like Ginny, but I do think she'll die in the next episode.
She's
But
going down.
yeah, Morgan's just gonna go up to her and just be like, "Bye." And
I
stab
hope
some-
so, dude. Honestly, I know a lot of people have been saying this, but like, and I think this is kind of generic if they did this, but it still is cool regardless. If like Morgan's just like, yeah, I just resent your face so much. Like maybe she's begging or something, and she like, and then Morgan just like, I don't know, maybe use this as axe or something.
Yeah, because like as much as I do like Ginny. I don't want them to do like, though it's like it'd be nice to see a redemption arc for her. I don't want them to just recycle the Negan thing, you know. So I feel like yeah, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And I
think
think
about it.
either Daniel or Alicia will kill Victor.
They need to
Yeah.
at this rate because Victor is just annoying.
I think there
Imagine
will be-
Alicia
I think
versus
there-
Victor.
Oh,
think there won't
yes.
be- I think there will be one like big pioneer left, and I think it'll be Hill.
Yeah, Hill.
Hill. Yes, he's
And
gonna
I
be
won't
the
be
next
mad.
legend, right? The next bad villain. Hill.
Come on.
I wouldn't
He-
mind that
he's
though,
such a-
honestly. Like
He's
if
such a
maybe
honest-
Ginny gets killed and then Victor takes over.
Not gonna lie, I do like Hill. I think when Hill is on the screen with Jenny, I think he brings some kind of because he just looks like a
Who
smug
the
kid,
heck
you
is
know?
Hill?
You don't know who Hill is?
Oh,
Hill is-
that's like one of her people, right? Like one of her like
Her
right
right
hands
hand
or whatever.
man.
That's her right
Yeah.
hand man.
Well, I
I
mean,
know
Hello,
she,
guys,
Marcus,
really?
but
yeah, Jenny. Yeah, I mean, of course she has a right hand man because you know, she
Her
doesn't.
right hand's going.
I know. I was gonna say she definitely needs the right hand man now.
oh yeah, oh god, yeah, yeah.
Funny.
DeRosa asked.
Like,
Oh, sorry, I was just reading the chat. DeRosa
no, go
asked,
ahead, go ahead. I had nothing to say.
what if Fear and the main show switched villains? So,
So
like,
it would be
currently,
Ginny on the main show, and
Like-
the
And
most
Alpha
current
on
villain on
Fear?
the. No, so it'd be Ginny on the main show, and the most current villain technically we have right now is Maze, but I don't want to count him yet, so we'll just go Beta.
Beta, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine Beta though, like versus Morgan. Now that'd be something.
That would be
Morgan?
a fight worth watching.
Yeah.
If we're talking about season 5, Morgan would just try to make peace with Whispers, and they would just try to help them.
Season 6, man, imagine Bounty Hunter Morgan versus the frickin' Whispers. Oh man, it would be
Oh
awesome.
my god, I would
That'd be
love
crazy.
freaking. I feel like that's such a missed opportunity. Like I feel like low key, if Morgan stayed, he would have been an amazing like third lead, like along with Carol and Daryl. He could have been amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
If Gimple would have kept him.
'Cause
Yeah.
seriously, like season 6 Morgan, Fear, he's my favorite variation of Morgan because he's not like full on crazy, but he's not, you know,
He's just right in my opinion.
it's
Guys,
fresh.
imagine Morgan's reaction to Rick's quote unquote death.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
I feel like Morgan
be,
would
you know.
like try to hunt down the CRM on his own or something.
I
Well,
do
he wouldn't
predict
know.
though, like give
Think
it
he
a
could-
few years in our like real world time. I think the Morgan character will find out something happened to Rick. I think that's gonna happen at some point.
He's gonna
Definitely.
because
Yeah,
Lenny
that's true.
James teased it about 2 Comic Cons ago. They said what would happen if Morgan found out about Rick being gone, and Lenny James said that he would leave everything that he's doing on Fear to go find his friend.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh,
do you guys think
he just
that?
like with Grace.
Do you guys think Morgan could lead a one-man army against the CRM?
Well, there's
No.
250,000 people, so no, but he would definitely take quite a few of them down, I'd say.
Yeah,
Wait,
I was
like
gonna
it's
say he could do some
250?
damage.
Wait, it's 250,000. I thought it was
Pretty sure.
200.
it's 200,000.
Yeah.
200,000.
I mean,
Well-
let's be honest. He took out those Rangers on the road in episode 7 probably pretty good too.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
they
it
had
quick.
guns.
He did it quick too. Like it's like under like 5 minutes. He did all that.
I know.
He's a good fighter for sure. Like he probably took them off guard with like and they had guns like machine guns and stuff. And
This
Morgan
is why
just had an
Morgan's
axe.
amazing.
But also
Yo.
CRM, they have armor. Like who knows? Like I'm sure that armor is probably bulletproof as well.
Yo,
Yeah,
who do you think
definitely.
would win in a fight? Season 10 Daryl or Fear Season 6 Bounty Hunter Morgan?
Ooh,
Ooh,
That's actually a
depends
really good
on
question.
depends on like what do they have? Like would Daryl be using his crossbow and Morgan his
Daryl
axe? 'Cause
would
if Daryl
have
has a
his-
crossbow.
Daryl would have his 2 knives, and Morgan would have the axe.
I think Morgan because Morgan has more melee experience.
I agree.
I feel
Yeah,
like-
that's true.
I feel like it would be Daryl because he's got plot armor, at least more than Morgan.
Without
But-
without the plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor is not an element in this situation.
Plot
I was gonna
armor
say,
is
'cause we're gonna
always
have
an
to acknowledge
element.
the fact that it's like it's Morgan versus the superhero of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Morgan because Alpha literally almost killed Daryl in episode 10.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Negan versus Virginia?
Oh,
Oh,
Negan.
Negan would destroy Jenny. He beat
Yeah.
Simon.
I think
Yeah, I'm
Alicia can
sorry,
take Jenny.
but
Alicia can take Jenny.
freaking
Anyone
Judith
can
can
take
take Ginny.
That's true. You just see
Fucking
like
RJ
Luciana
can.
winning a fight or something against Ginny.
No, I
Ginny,
swear, put freaking
honestly,
Charlie against her and she'll win.
man, they need to get rid of this character already. Like, I'm honestly sick of this character. Let's get on with this new group now and just wipe
Well,
out
it
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is the
feels like
beginning.
that's like they were trying to set up the end as the beginning group throughout the whole half season, and it kind of feels like because we missed episode 8, like that was going to be the true introduction to the new group.
Which
Yeah,
hopefully we see.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I feel with Ginny, the problem is, like, I do like Ginny now, but I feel like the thing is, like, just her introduction in season 5 that hurts the character.
You know what's like going to be funny
Agreed.
though, and I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do this, is that when we see episode 8, which apparently is going to be on April 4th, from what I've heard, is that
Yeah.
Really?
like it's going to be, at least what I heard, I thought it was going to be like a double,
Isn't
like you're
April
going to do the finale of
Negan?
Walking Dead and then the premiere of Fear.
I mean, I'm down.
Heck yes.
But anyway,
hell
what I
yeah.
was saying is that like I think that they may do like something where, because like I don't know, I do you imagine if like we watch episode 8 and we just see at the end of that one that they actually were gonna do a big cliffhanger, but then it's like because that episode got delayed, we get to see the cliffhanger resolved in episode 9 the week after.
We get, like, the lineup. Because you know how the trailer, there was, like, that lineup in the lawn?
Yeah.
We just get freaking, we just have, like, Ginny shoot somebody. We don't know who it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
boy.
then it's like we're just like the fans watching this, and we're like, you tried, but we get to see it next week.
But
Yeah.
regardless, I mean, we had to wait longer for episode 8 than we would have had to wait for the second half,
Oh, hey guys.
like normally.
Okay. So two things. One. So next live stream, I think I can do it Thursday night, and it will be the Grove.
Hell yeah.
Perfect,
I can
man.
post a thumbnail.
Oh, right. You look at the flowers, right?
Yeah, here, no, it's here. This. It's either this or this. Choose which one you like better.
I don't know. I mean, I like the first one more. I feel like that works more.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah, but
first one because like that episode is basically all about Carol, so I think the first one.
Yeah, that's a powerful, like, I feel The Grove is in my top 10 episodes of the series for sure.
It's either like it's in there or it's like an honorable mention. I'm not sure though.
On number 15.
Yeah, probably around the same.
I mean, my favorite episode for the main show is No Way Out, I'd say.
Oh, completely agree.
But obviously, my favorite episode of the franchise.
Mine's gonna
I think
favorite
it's
episode
Brian's
is.
favorite too.
Mine's
Yeah.
either going to be A or other A or what comes after.
Mine's Days Gone By is my favorite.
Oh, Days Gone By, great. Definitely another top 10 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my number 3, I think.
And Kate, I agree with your list for the most part.
Yeah, your tier list
Oh,
is
yeah.
good.
Awesome. I want to say,
Yeah,
I wanna
like-
say you guys heard of Mr. Williams, right? The underdog.
Oh yeah, dude, that guy's hilarious.
You need to see this.
Who is?
This freaking video. One second.
Mr. Williams is freaking hilarious.
He is, dude. His reactions to World Beyond is what gets me.
Who? What YouTuber?
Mr.
The
Underdog,
underdog.
Mr. Williams, I think is the name.
What
Yep.
is he? What does he think of World Beyond?
Dude,
Oh, he
he's like
hates it.
the one thing he keeps saying during his reactions is just like, I don't understand this. Like he just keeps saying that.
He's like,
Yeah, like
well,
I've only seen one reactor of World Beyond who watched World Beyond and liked it, and that was Mischief Maker, if you know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know this
Yeah, and it's
guy.
fun. I like his content. And
Oh, I love this guy's reactions.
yeah, and I like obviously I don't agree with his views on World Beyond, but like his reactions are still entertaining.
Yo,
Yeah.
do any of you guys like World Beyond? I'm not a fan personally.
oh, it's my favorite show
I
of all
feel
time,
the last 3 episodes are fine. Like I think they're at least good, but the rest it's really forgettable.
I don't know though, because like the finale, like I do like the finale, but like I don't know. It's just I remember when I watched the finale, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but like it's so late for it to be good.
Okay, when I first watched the premiere, episode 1, I thought the first episode at first was good. Like I really liked it, but then I rewatched it and I'm like, what the hell was I smoking when I watched this?
Yeah, I think like I actually liked the pilot just because I went in with like super low expectations and it actually was like decent. But then episode 2, 3, that's when it like I'm like, I don't know anymore.
What's up
I
with the
think the
music?
best episodes. I'd say episode 1, 10, 7, and 9. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, those are
Episode
decent.
4 is like
Best, air
unwatchable.
quotes. Best.
Episode
'Cause-
4 is the worst episode of the Walking Dead universe.
I kind of agree with that because it's just. So
I think the
cringy
worst is
whole way
Channel
through.
5.
Hey
For me,
guys,
it's wrong end of a telescope.
Me, it's like, yeah, me too. Because, like, at least in Channel 5, I mean, look, Channel 5 is bad, but, like, at least we get to spend time with, like, characters like Morgan, Dwight.
And
like,
we can
you
laugh
know.
at
At
it.
least we could laugh at the most stupid death in TV show history.
Exactly. But, like, dude, like, at least you laugh at that, but then, like, you just watch Wrong End of a Telescope, and I'm just bored or annoyed or, like,
And it's
kind of
cringe,
ashamed of
yeah.
watching.
Embarrassed.
'Cause at first, my worst was episode 2, but after like looking back at it a little bit, I agree because at least episode 2 had the Felix stuff, and I thought Felix.
You guys-
I think Felix is awesome.
yeah,
Do you guys remember that horrible scene at the beginning of episode 2 when Iris tries to take a walker down and then pukes
Oh
on
my
it
God.
and then she flips it off and is like, "That's what you get." I'm just like,
Oh
what
my
am I
God,
watching?
oh,
You
that
see
was
why
terrible.
I hate Iris? She's just so like
awful.
like
you don't need
freaking,
to
like,
defend your reason.
We
I
don't
know.
even know him, and I like Kyle more than Iris.
I know. Yo, Dan, I'm so hyped for your freaking Iris video, dude.
Dude,
Yo,
I know.
oh, that's gonna be the most hilarious thing. I almost want him to do it first before Maggie.
Well, I'm just like trying to be fair because like people are suggesting it, but dude, like honestly, I honestly with the Iris one, I'm not joking. Like I'm planning like some kind of like super like insult at the beginning of the video.
I mean,
Yeah, please.
and if you want to do Iris first, it's fun. I mean, I'm the one who suggested Maggie, so if you want to do Iris first and get it over with, go ahead.
I'm
Dan.
gonna do Maggie first just because like I've already kind of advertised it all over the place. I'm gonna do Maggie.
Yeah,
next.
true.
So yeah,
I
I just
just-
want to make sure like I want people to know like what's coming up next. And I kind of already
Yeah,
told people.
And after that,
Yo,
like,
Dan.
I don't know who you go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
I just pictured, imagine the beginning of your Iris video. It's like you're looking up at the Iris character in like a picture, and like it's in black and white, the intro, and you're like, well, that's what you get.
Yeah, I know, right?
like,
Or more so
like, she
just her
freaking-
like falling into the dumpster, and then I say like, "That's what you get."
that's where she belongs.
Yeah.
Like, it's freaking like, I swear, like that walker she puked on, I preferred that walker over her. Like, how could she leave him puke on my boy and leave him hanging like that?
Who, the
I thought you-
walker?
I thought your boy was
Yeah.
Kyle.
They're all my boys. Kyle, that walker, Scott.
Oh, man. Bruh, you just have like the most random background, generic Walking Dead characters plus a random walker, and you're like, me and the boys just chilling.
I know.
Yeah. I should literally do that. Like, put all the characters in one thing and then Photoshop my face in it.
Me and the boys on Saturday night. Bruh.
Yeah.
Hey
You
guys.
know what I should do?
Oh wait.
What's up, Brian?
I was gonna say something, but Rowdy can he can finish real quick. I just wanted to read the chat. DeRosa had a few questions.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll finish. So you guys know, like, I've made like those like fear style intros for like season 7 and all that.
Yeah.
If I can find a picture, I should make an intro of Kyle or Scott.
Dude, like
Just
I
for the
don't
hell
know
of
what
it.
would the like the silhouette would just be a random person though.
Yeah, I know. Like, nobody would know who that is. They'd be like, "Who the hell is this?"
Dude, I know.
Skid Mark. I mean, I did the Skid Mark one, which is that's my favorite.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Oh, Skidmark, where the
Uh,
heck are you?
Yeah, I
I know.
swear. Hey, Skid Mark dies, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
not
what
watching
were
a
you saying,
cat
Brian?
die.
All right, guys. So DeRosa asked, who are, because he has a couple questions in the chat. Who are the 3 main Walking Dead characters? Now this is tough. Like, I don't know if he
Rick,
means currently
Daryl,
or-
and Michonne.
Well, if we're going by like who's still on the show,
yeah.
Who's still in the show?
I don't
Okay, then
know.
Daryl, Carol, and Judith.
yeah, it's like, or maybe Negan, Daryl, Carol, and Negan.
That's what I was
I put
thinking.
either Negan or Judith. Take your pick. Don't matter.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel Negan's had
think-
more screen time than Judith in season 9 and 10.
He's in the middle of the logo for season 10 Seek for crying out loud.
Exactly, dude. I'm
Sure
actually
enough.
kind of like
Well deserved.
like amazed at that though. I never thought they would do that.
Well
No.
deserved. I freaking love Negan.
Oh, agreed.
So
So,
he
yeah,
has. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, no, I was just gonna say, I was just gonna cap off what Rowdy said. Yeah, I agree. I think Daryl, Carol, and Negan. Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So, okay.
Go ahead,
So
Brian.
DeRosa asks, "What if Terminus, the Saviors, Garbage People, and Governor's Group fought against Hilltop, Alexandria, Kingdom, Vatos Gang, and Oceanside? Our heroes would have been wiped out. Our heroes would have been wiped out because they barely could have taken the Saviors, even with all the communities. And adding more villains, they would have lost.
I
They're
know.
destroyed.
yeah, and the
that
Whispers,
would've
like,
been a
they could
quick
just use
fight.
walkers.
Well, he didn't say the Whispers. He just said
Oh, you didn't
Terminus.
say the...
Yeah, he said Terminus, Saviors, Garbage Group, Governor's Group versus Hilltop, Alexandria, Kingdom, Vatos, and Oceanside.
They would be
Like,
gone,
freaking-
reduced to atoms.
Vatos is kind of a random in my opinion, but yeah, even then.
Yeah, that's true, dude. Honestly, though, the junkyard, like, if we're just saying the junkyard, that'd be the quickest fight ever. They're so, like, weird.
Yeah,
exactly.
like, I mean, Simon, he went full-blown Trevor and took them all out.
I
Can you
know.
believe- I never thought that Simon would like kill that many kids, like a freaking community full of just little boys. That's
Yeah,
beyond.
because they're kids.
absurd.
This is
Garbage
why he's
people.
the villain in season 8 and Negan isn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Simon was in my opinion, season 8, Simon was better than Negan as a villain. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Agreed.
agreed.
Absolutely.
And also too, you still get the ripple effects too
Guys,
in
I'll be
season
back.
9 with Oceanside killing off the ex-saviors.
Yeah.
Overall,
DeRosa says, "You forgot Tobin. I'm sorry, Tobin. Y'all need to show my boy Tobin some more respect. He has more screen time than Scott." I mean, he's got more
Yeah.
lines. He's got more lines. Screen time, I'm not sure. Because Tobin,
Screen time? No, definitely more screen time, I'd say.
man, like
I'd say
Tobin.
the biggest Tobin season was easily probably 6.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say,
but like at the same time, even during season 6, I just didn't
It
care.
wasn't really prominent.
No.
well, really, like, all the Alexandrians just don't do much besides, like, the main characters. Like, anybody in Alexandria really is never that relevant.
It's only
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah.
Aaron at least has some screen time. Like, he's actually a good character that does stuff.
Jesse
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
love
too.
Aaron.
Jesse a little bit too. Like that's pretty much
season
it for the.
5.
That's pretty much it for the Alexandrians.
Honestly,
Just yeah,
Yeah,
Aaron
like,
and
there was
Jesse.
I would have
Enid,
said
but-
Jesse, but like Jesse, I don't know. Like I would have said that if she lasted longer.
Yeah, she's only
yeah.
she's not even around a full season.
I'd say Spencer.
Exactly.
I'd say Spencer and Deanna as well.
Spencer, 100% agree with. He's around for a solid 2.5 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spencer. I would actually say Spencer more so than Jesse, honestly.
Yeah, he was an asshole, but he was like meant to be that. It's like Gregory, like you're meant to hate the character.
At least Gregory was funny.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like Gregory, like we hate him, but that's the point. That's what makes him great because he's so like easy to hate, which what makes him such a well-written character.
Yeah.
Hey guys, DeRosa says a Tobin versus Scott fist fight is like Yoda versus Palpatine or Voldemort versus Harry Potter.
My God.
I don't know.
Guys.
I feel like those fights will be a lot more interesting.
I know.
Freaking okay. Scott, Barbara, Kyle versus let's say versus Daryl, Rick, and Morgan. Let's say. I think. That's
They
the
would
most
get
simple one, but-
massacred. They would get
Oh,
massacred.
dude, Rick, Daryl, and Morgan would destroy them so quickly.
It's solo. I don't think they even need to be together. Like all of them, like could take them on alone. And
Dude, I was gonna say, literally, you could just have those three against like even just like Morgan or something, and it would still be Morgan that wins.
probably Judith, put them against Judith, and Judith will win.
I
Wait,
know,
which three
Judith-
characters are you talking about?
Kyle, Scott, and Barbara versus Daryl, Rick, and Morgan.
What? How is that even fair? Dude, think about this. How is that even fair? Freaking Scott would annihilate all of them and then team kill his own people after. He'd be the last man, dude.
Yeah.
That's true.
Scott's the one that created Operation Cobalt and Wildfire at the same time.
He's the mastermind behind the virus, guys.
He's
Man,
the leader
we
of
have to have more
CRM.
faith in Scott.
Yeah. Scott is the leader of CRM, guys. What are you talking about? It's clearly he is.
Well, obviously, that's why they're only showing him in small tidbits. Is because they're building him up for the reveal.
I mean,
I know.
Brian even gave us like a picture that shows clear evidence that he is.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Remember that leaked photo, like that CRM Scott photo, the one that leaked a while back?
And
Do you
Matt,
still have that?
then there's a leaked photo of him being the leader of the One World Order and the Plague as well.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, I remember that, dude. That was a crazy leak, dude.
It's
I
just like
think I
Scott
still.
from The Walking Dead meets Scott in the Plague. Just be like, what?
Scott meets Scott. Talked about Satan.
I know.
Yeah, it's like okay. I might still have that leaked picture. Let me look through my files and see if I still have it.
The
yeah.
Rose was like, "Why are you still talking about Scott?" Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe I should stop bringing him up. It's getting old.
Oh,
It-
dude,
it is.
it's not even you though, Rowdy. Honestly, we've been bringing him up for like a year now.
Oh, okay. Here it is, real quick.
No, Kyle, not Scott.
Oh, okay, Cal. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was gonna say he's a new character now that we're like starting to make fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Here's a picture. So
Dude.
Oh
it's
my
like, how have we
God.
not seen it? How did we not sense it all this time? The fact that Scott.
Yeah, it's right there.
I know. It's been
Guys,
right.
proof
He's
is in
been.
the pudding.
I know, and the fact that Scott is not getting his own dedicated episode in 10C, and just like, really, you're gonna give Daryl 2 episodes, like, but it's like not Scott. Like, oh man, just like, come on.
That's
I know.
a spoiler.
Yeah, it is.
Yo,
Yeah.
I remember at my high school back when I was still in it last year, there was a play, and literally like one of the logos on the poster was the fucking CRM logo.
Oh, easy,
Like
man.
obviously it
man.
wasn't meant to be that, but it was literally the 3 circles.
Man, I'm looking at your tier maker for the Fury characters, Roddy, and some of these I don't even remember.
Me neither. Like I literally said. Like obviously you see I have Skidmark at number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Good work. The best character Fear has ever given us, and he doesn't even have any lines.
I was gonna say, and he's not
Yeah.
even in season 6. Like, how great is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Skidmark
tier.
versus Scott.
Oh, Skidmark versus Scott. Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We should get a spin-off series where we follow Skidmark and Dog and Rufus. Morgan Stock.
Oh man, I just had this horrible edit in my edit in my head for the Beta versus Negan. But imagine Beta's walking through the horde at the end of 1016, he hears his men being killed off, and then instead of what Negan says, he hears "Come on, Judith," and then it's freaking Scott.
Yes, it should have been Scott, not Negan.
Yeah.
Yes, Scott.
Scott would have got the job done.
You know what'd be funny, right? You start seeing whispers get picked off and everything, and you instead of having Daryl circle in, you see like 4 little cat legs, and it's just Skidmark going through the herd.
You hear meow.
That terrible CGI deer has more screen time than Kyle. I mean, at least we recognize that. We didn't
I mean,
know Kyle
dude, honestly,
existed.
to be fair, there was a cat in 1015. They could just have that cat return and like be in the herd.
True.
Oh god, yeah.
Dude,
It's
yeah,
Skidmark's kid. Skidmark had a kid.
like, and also that
You know what
cat.
my biggest regret is? I got a cat a few months ago. My biggest regret is not naming it Skidmark.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, what's his name or hers?
I mean, my mom named him, but his name is Smoothie.
Smoothie.
Yeah.
Well, my cats. I have 2 cats. The male his name is Jasper, and the female, they're siblings, and her name is Princess. And no, I did not name her after Princess. I
Princess would
literally
be proud of you, Brian.
no.
Yes.
Before she was introduced in the comics, because she's like 5 years old, or at least like right before Kurtman
Yeah.
teased the cover with Princess, I got the cat and named her Princess. It's just this weird coincidence. Like, I'm not even joking.
I mean, also, Princess isn't exactly an uncommon name for a cat. Like, I've seen cats named Princess before. It's nothing new.
Yeah, but she acts like one. It's crazy.
What's
Really.
the most cliche cat name is Fluffy, I think.
It is.
Oh, that
Definitely.
has been so overdone.
Or what about Whiskers?
Oh,
Oh, that too.
Whiskers. Oh man, or Mr. like
Sebastian.
Paws or something.
Mr. Sebastian.
The first cat I ever had was named Mayo.
Mayo.
Yeah. And
You
then I
guys-
had
Oh wait,
go ahead.
sorry. You're saying? Oh well, DeRosa just had this quick line. He says, "Yo, no one mentions how Scott stood up to Rick in that church. That's right, Scott. You tell him." We've mentioned that.
Oh my god.
Scott should have been like, if you're not gonna lead this group, Rick, if you're not gonna get us out of this Negan situation, then I will.
Wow.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine? Could you freaking imagine? Scott stands up to Rick in that scene, and he's like, "I'm the one who should be in charge here." Rick's like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right." And then Scott just takes over as the main lead of the show.
He's just like,
Just
like
pulls
Rick,
out- just
sit
pulls out a
down. Like
gun,
Rick, just
shoots
sit
Rick.
down. I'll finish your speech for you.
Yeah, and then he just gets everybody riled up. They just roll up to the sanctuary, kill everybody, boom, war's over.
And like
Oh,
Scott's
my
just
Lord.
like Scott's just like, this is the best way to do it. You don't aim, you just shoot and wish for the best.
Yeah.
You just see Scott rolling up to the sanctuary by himself with like a turret truck. You hear like this loud action like rock music, and he just kills all the saviors by himself. He's got,
Yes,
like,
Rambo style. Scott, he's got grenades on him. He's got like machine
Freaking
guns.
Scott.
Oh,
Scott
man.
has to be like the best like Walking Dead character to make fun of. Like,
Dude, I literally been saying like he went from like being somebody nobody knows, and now he's like becoming popular.
imagine the actor. Imagine like interviewing the actor.
Oh
Man.
man, one day.
you imagine just
hopefully,
one
I'd love
night,
to
like-
interview
like-
Kendrick Green.
You imagine like one night Brian's just like, yeah, we're gonna have a stream, but we're also gonna have a special guest. The actor that plays Scott wants to join us.
Yes, I mean I'd be down.
I bet you he'd
like,
low
just
key if he
imagine-
knew about this, he'd join us.
I know, that's
Yo.
the thing.
Yeah, I feel like imagine like I don't know, Scott like the actor. He's like at an interview to get an acting job. So sir, what characters have you played on other shows? Oh yeah, I played Scott on The Walking Dead.
It'd be like, wait, I never saw you in that. I better check.
Man.
And we should call this group the Scott Fan Club straight up.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, yes.
no.
No.
I'm in
Scott,
charge.
maybe.
No, no.
Brian's
please.
just like,
Yeah.
please don't let this happen.
The Adventures
Brian's
of
like,
Scott
yeah,
and
no.
Kyle.
The Scott tribute. Who posted that?
Scott, Barbara, and Kyle.
Bro.
There's a Scott tribute from Renegades.
I know, but I suggested a Ken tribute to him, but like it's just, oh man, I've seen this before. It's like I believe someone else posted it on the Discord page. So so yeah, hey guys, let's see, how long has the stream been going? Let's see. You guys
over
An hour and a
2
half
hours.
about.
When the
guys-
stream's over, I'm down to just talk after if anyone's down to chow.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I
Guys,
might go make something, but I can talk for a bit.
hey guys,
Sorry, Brian.
I just wanted to say, you guys okay with hitting the 2 hour mark and then leaving? Because I know Dan needs to post his penultimate episode for season
Rewrite.
7 of the rewrite.
Yeah.
So I want to give him some time for that.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
think
okay.
that 2 hours would be good. So looking at this
Yeah.
picture in the thumbnail, I feel like to this day, season 1 had the best casting. I just see all these characters, and I think like for the I still think that the actors, it's just perfect casting, like more than any other season. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Not to mention, everybody was recognizable at that time. Like, you could look at a character and be like, "Oh, hey, that's that." You know? Now in season 10, you're gonna look at some character and be like, "Who the heck is that? How long
I
have they
know.
been
Season
around?"
10, now
Like-
in season 10, we're talking about flipping Scott.
I know.
Season
Who would
10,
have known,
like,
dude? Who would have known that in First Time Again, when he makes his first appearance, that he'd still be alive and be talking about him like crazy?
Bro, straight
yeah,
up.
like
I thought he
imagine
was
like,
gonna die in episode 3 of season 6 when he had the leg wound.
I know.
yeah, Didn't he get shot in All Out War? I think in one of the episodes.
I think he
No,
does.
I don't think so.
No,
I think
that was
Francine.
that was Tobin.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Tobin.
Oh yeah, that
Francine.
was Tobin.
That's another one. Francine is another one that like I know she's dead, but
I know Scott got shot in season 6, episode 3. But I don't remember All Out War.
interesting.
Yo, it's funny. If you go to season 6, episode 3, and you focus on Glenn's group for that portion of the episode, Scott's the only person that's still around from that entire like group of people in that episode.
I
Out of
know. Even
everybody.
Michonne's gone. Even Michonne's
Yeah.
gone.
Think about it.
Just Scott.
Rick could be dead right now. Let's say Rick is dead right now. Scott outlived Rick.
Here, you guys want to hear an
That-
even more painful fun fact?
What?
Our main characters have known Scott longer than Rick in the actual canon timeline.
I know.
Oh dear God, that's actually true.
Like, bro, what?
Like if you think about it, Scott is like in the top 10 longest surviving characters of the show. Like if we're talking about characters on the show, he's like what top 10 longest surviving.
He's
And
been around for a long time.
wise too.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
it'd be
been
even
there for a
worse.
while.
You know, it'd be even worse if Scott became Daryl's next brother, because that was just.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh my god.
Scott goes on the spin-off on the Carol
You
Daryl
just
show.
have this like moment of like Daryl. This time it's Daryl, and he's like, "Scott, you're my brother." Like,
Oh
Yo,
my God. And
low
Rick
key.
Rick comes back the very next day.
Oh man.
Well, if they made
Yo.
Scott one of the playable characters of Onslaught,
Or like Walking Dead No Man's Land.
exactly.
Yo, low key, I hope Scott never dies now, because that would it's legit. Like, it's funny to see how long he can last now.
It's easily a running joke in the
Yeah.
community.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody would just get like all serious if he died.
If he died, we'd all be
Yeah,
like, no.
I could just imagine, like, you know, when they make the new seasons, they like promote certain characters to like main characters. You just see for season 11, Scott is like he's now like his name is now in the opening credits.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Straight up, I promise I'll do this. If Scott dies on the main show, I will make a tribute for him.
Yes.
dude. You're gonna have
Do
to
it.
use all the background scenes and like just do your homework on all the stupid like Scott background scenes.
Yeah,
As much
Like
as we've been
another
talking
one.
about- as much as we've been talking about Scott, if he dies now, I'm gonna be actually pretty sad.
same,
Kind of.
low-key.
Not like because I care about the character, but more just because we're not gonna be able to make fun of him anymore.
I
I
kind
know.
of care about him now because of the memes, though. Like, he's
It'll-
a meme character.
It'll
Yo,
just
in a
turn
way,
into like
yeah.
a Stranger Things situation. It'll be like justice for Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
justice for
attached.
Scott. Yeah.
In a way, like though he's never like there, we're like attached to him.
I
Yeah.
know.
Bro, it's so weird. Like, he barely has any screen time. And we're like, dude, this character is next freaking level.
Yeah.
For
Uh,
real.
Hey guys, DeRosa says, bro, now I'm going to be screaming at the TV every time I see Scott. He says, should I make a Scott supervillain trailer?
Yes. Yes. Make a trailer for Scott. Yes.
Dude,
Let's see.
just get his character more out there.
What
Like,
if
let's just make him
Scott
as
is the
noticeable
cure?
as
The Rosa
possible.
says.
Well, Scott is the cure. Oh, anything can
Yeah.
happen, dude. It's Scott for crying out loud.
Yeah, like Scott, he's so like irrelevant that he's invincible. He can't die.
Oh, I would argue that he's not irrelevant anymore. Like, the memes have
Yeah, like
basically made him
in the
relevant.
show, the show doesn't make him relevant, so the fans made him relevant.
We're like, fine, we'll do your job for you, AMC. We'll make him relevant.
We're like,
Hey,
we're
hey,
Like I
we're
literally feel since he's like become for some reason a fan favorite, like he's gonna get like actually like some screen time in season 11.
Imagine Scott merch drops one of these days.
Oh,
Oh, like so, Scott,
Scott
Scott Funko Pop.
Scott Funko Pop.
we're like,
Dude, I
we're
would
like,
legit just like buy like 3 or 4 of them just to make like a special video.
I love how the fans are like Thanos from Age of Ultron in the post-credit scene. He's like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Aw. Hey, guys. Let's see. I wanted to ask. Dang it! I had a question. Oh wait. First off, DeRosa says, "What if Scott shows up on the Walking Dead game?" He says the game with Clementine. Well, that kind of doesn't work because it's the TV and then comic universe. But
Scott's too powerful. He can break barriers.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
exactly.
if they bring Scott, like hypothetically, if they brought Scott into the video game or something, they would just do a fear situation where they would take Clementine out and have Scott be the new lead.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that because Scott's just the ultimate character.
Oh, hey Dan,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have a personal. Well, I have a question for you. So one of them is, I remember earlier, I think Rowdy asked if you can make a character evolution on Kyle as like an April Fool's thing, and I was thinking if you ever do a Scott or Kyle character evolution like joke video, you should totally talk about how like off screen they're doing all these amazing things, and like they're such an interesting character, and they're saving this character. They're actually killing. They're actually so interesting, but we never get to see it. It's all off screen.
Like guys, like, it's
Please
just, like,
do
let's not
that.
forget,
Yo,
like,
please do that, Dan.
it's like Scott. Like it's like during that 1.5-year time skip of season 8 to 9, it's like Scott saved Rick's life like twice. We just never saw it, but don't forget it, guys.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
to
Scott
mention,
did
guys,
everything.
these characters, if you think about it, they're next level because they give you the template of the characters, and then they let your imagination take over what the character does. It's next level storytelling, guys.
Tales of the Walking Dead. Tales of
You
the
know what
Walking
makes
Dead.
me laugh
Scott.
though? Like season 10, like I swear, I think I honestly am right about this, but like they in season 10, episode 10, Stalker before Beta Attack, they made it look like Scott was part of the council with Gabriel.
I think they did, didn't they? Yeah, that's right.
Isn't he? I think he is part of the
I think
council.
Scott is on the council.
Dude, that's when you know your cast of characters is short.
I know.
Yeah.
Scott's on the flipping council. Like, imagine
Yeah.
Scott's like Palpatine from Star Wars, and he's like, "I am the council."
No,
Yeah,
but
at
dude,
least
that's just like
Laura.
that's the thing. In season 9, like Scott, like in season 9, Michonne and like a bunch of others were there. But then in season 10, once Michonne's gone and stuff, you just see Scott show up there randomly. It's like what?
It's like he planned it.
Yeah.
Nice
Hey,
replacement for Michonne. We get Scott on the council now. Yay!
Hey guys.
Scott had more screen time in season
Brian?
10.
What's up, Brian?
Oh wait, hold on. Who was talking? I want to let him finish.
No,
Really quick.
you go ahead.
I was
Finish
just
what you were
gonna
saying. It's fine.
I was just gonna say, like, man, like Matt was right. Our imaginations run so wild. Like what was Scott doing in the season 10 finale? It's like, no, this is what he was doing. After he said, "Come on, Judith," he helped Judith get down, and then boom, they get attacked by multiple Whisperers, and then he kills them in the most awesome way. And then also he starts developing feelings for Rosita. He saves her in the season 10 finale off screen. And then when Gabriel hugs Rosita in the season 10 finale, Scott's just watching because like for the past season and a half, they've been having feelings for each other. Like all this stuff we didn't know in the background. Just I don't know. It's hilarious.
Scott is low-key better than... Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
I was just gonna say, like, please, like, we should totally make up our own story that's happening off screen, like with these characters.
That should be... We should do that. Future
The
stream,
legend
like,
of-
we
the
make a
legend of
Scott... We make a Scott backstory.
Like,
Dude, it's
Rosita,
just like secretly, like it's just like Beta, like it's like before he fights Negan, like he actually had a secret fight with Scott, but then Scott gets away and stuff.
and then Rosita,
Yeah.
and then when Gabriel puts his jacket on Rosita, she's like not having, she doesn't have feelings for him anymore. She's thinking about Scott, like all this stuff.
I mean, hey, Scott deserves it. Hottest girl on the show. There you go.
Oh man.
Biggest skank on the show too.
Dude, they really are like starting to treat Rosita though like she is because like literally all they're doing with her character now, aside from her fight with Beta, is just having her sleep with all these guys.
Yeah, like that's why I like
can't
her. Like
stand her.
I call her Josita.
I know, I've heard
Rosita.
that one for years.
I just don't like her. Like season 4, I liked her when she got first introduced, but she just really fell from a great stand. Like she just felt like she became really irrelevant. She's like the Luciana of the Walking Dead show, the main show.
I would like her like if they just did more. Like I like the Beta fight. I'm like, okay, that's a good start. But like then she still doesn't do anything. I'm like, well then okay,
Yeah.
like I don't care.
Relax.
No, like Beta versus Rosita, that was epic. Like Beta versus Rosita was better than Negan versus Beta.
It was.
Agreed.
The
Hey, guys.
entirety of episode 10 Stalker was honestly better than that fight. Like,
And that's
I
my
was-
favorite episode of 2020. Like I was actually gonna say earlier, I want to make a video where I rank every single episode of 2020, like from The Walking Dead, World Beyond, and Fear.
World Beyond would all be at the bottom.
Guys,
Basically, there is. Go ahead,
What's up,
sir.
Brian?
we have some comments in the chat. DeRosa says Scott is that council guy that is useless and has no say in anything. Chosen says main character Scott rewrite. JK.
Oh my lord.
Oh god, dear God. Chosen once said, what if Scott took Comic Dante's place and ended up with Maggie?
Aww. Yeah, DeRosa says, bro, stop. And then he says, after this stream, I'll work on that Scott trailer. That's awesome, DeRosa.
Yes, DeRosa. I'm gonna be waiting on that.
Yes.
Yes.
Bro,
Yo, you better
Scott's
shout
the
that out
dude.
on your channel, Matt. And
I
Matt,
will.
Dan.
I will too.
Well, both of you.
I should just
Bruh.
do like a trailer reaction for it.
Yeah,
You should Loki do it.
I'm gonna do it for sure.
DeRosa says he'll send it on the Discord after he finishes it.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like, okay, legit. Let's say Scott died. How would you react?
I'd be upset.
I'd be bummed.
Yo, what if he gets like Rick's death? Like Rick's
Bro,
comic
they have a
death.
statue of him in the Commonwealth after.
No.
It's like, guys, he was way more important than you think. He was gonna be the statue the whole time.
Oh my lord. Bro,
Yeah.
Scott
Oh, man.
Low-Key is the guy that freaking, like, he's part of the group project, does none of the work, but gets, like, all the credit for it.
And you just see like Scott's statue, and everybody's just like, "Wait, Scott? He didn't do anything though." And then it's just like, "Oh, don't worry, he did. You just didn't see it."
Your imaginations are left to decide what he did.
Yeah.
I know.
Like Scott, like he's like the one of the biggest like background characters. Yet he's like the one we talk the most about.
We talk about him more than Daryl.
It's
Straight
true.
up. Like, it's like, we
That's
got all
what's
these
sad.
actual A-list characters that we could be discussing, but we're like, nah, I think I'm gonna talk about Scott today.
You know it's bad when we
D-list.
talk about like Scott more than Rick. Like that's when you know it's a problem.
Bro,
Yeah.
Can you imagine one of these days, like, for Livestream 100, Brian, you should just make the topic just Scott.
Dude, that would be like
Yeah.
just a 4 or 5 hour stream of just like people talking.
I'd
about
be
shit
down.
you would never
We should
have.
do that. Like
Honestly, I'd be down.
I'd be
too, bro.
down. I'd be down to do like a stream like that where like kind of like what Dan does with his like evolution series, but instead we just like we choose a certain character and we just talk about the evolution of that character from beginning to end.
Oh man,
Wait, on my streams?
dude.
Yeah,
honestly,
I'd be
though,
down to do a stream like that.
but I was gonna say like I go through the journey of the character. I don't know what kind of journey we could say about Scott.
Remember,
Dan,
guys,
just-
you leave
Well,
it up
just
to
make
your
it up.
We wouldn't do
imagination.
Scott. We'd make it
Just
up.
make it up as we go.
Yeah, we can do. We can make like our own like Tales of the Walking Dead episode for Scott.
I know.
Like, Scott was just doing all these more awesome things than Daryl, just behind the scenes that we never got to
Yeah.
see. And he's really
And we
interesting.
didn't see it.
It's really interesting. It's more awesome than what we see Daryl and versus Alpha. It's more awesome than that. But you know, that's why he's kind of a fun character to talk about, because like you guys said, your imagination could just run wild. You could do anything. 'Cause he's such a blank slate.
Yeah, like you can literally just like I could just imagine like in between like the 6-year time jump and he like went to like Texas, like he's the one who kills Virginia. He's like he goes
Oh
to
my
Fear for a
God.
bit. He appears on Fear the Walking Dead.
It's
No,
like, guys, the
imagine-
next crossover character in Fear is gonna be Scott. It's just
God.
like, wait, who?
Dude.
Yeah.
I just thought of something hilarious. Imagine in the season finale, we finally get to the big door that the key unlocks. They open it and it's just Scott.
He's just like eating. Yeah, he's just freaking eating.
He's just like
stuff.
eating. He's like eating a bowl of cereal, sitting at a table. Like, you guys interrupt my breakfast for, man.
And then like
Yeah,
you
but-
just see Morgan. Like Morgan unlocks it, and he's just like, "Oh, that's underwhelming."
And not just that, Morgan is like, who the heck are you? Like, because like Morgan was in Alexandria, but he never got to see Scott. He never met him.
And
Yeah.
then like you just have the same thing. Like June would just be like, "Wait, do you two know each other?" And Morgan be like, "I don't think we're from the same place."
Yeah.
Oh my
And then
God,
Dwight's
this
like,
has me
yeah,
dead
who is
right
this? Yeah. And then Althea like interviews him. And then we get to hear his whole backstory.
I
Yeah,
know.
we get like this in-depth backstory. Like it's like super detailed and everything.
It's
then
like
Althea-
I saved like my best friend Rick from like a bunch of walkers. Be like, "Wait, what? When that happened?"
And then Althea just drops her camera to the floor and just like she is just shocked. she is just like, wow, you
Scott.
are the most interesting person I have ever interviewed ever. Like,
Scott's just like, by the way, Rick's
But what
dead.
if like that's what like makes her stop interviewing? She's just like she just drops her camera, but breaks, and she's like, you know what? That's the last straw. That's not like my last interview.
Oh, and then she sees like the CRM patch, and she's like, "Wait, do you know where Isabel is?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, Isabel. She's my best friend."
Scott just knows everybody.
I know. Oh, this was fun.
Scott versus Ginny.
Oh man.
Scott would demolish her. Legit, I think Scott would though, because I'm sorry, I like her, but Virginia isn't that threatening.
Yeah.
Guys,
No.
and to think that Scott's only using 0.1% of his power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we still have 5 minutes, but I don't know. We can. I mean, we're gonna talk about the Grove on Thursday night, so.
Cool,
Thursday works.
Yeah, I'm down. The Grove. What should we do after the Grove? You guys think? Do you guys think?
I think somebody suggested something else.
There's
Oh,
one
yeah,
out,
I think,
18 miles
something.
out. It was 18 miles out. I suggested.
Yes, I know he did. I was like, I'll think about it, because like half the episode's good, the other half is like, you know.
This is
Somebody in
why
the
I don't like Beth,
comments-
guys. This is exactly why you guys like. If we do 18 miles out, I'm just gonna complain about Beth the whole time.
Well, I'd say this stream definitely went better than last. With since we were less people, but I think like we definitely still need to work on it for sure.
Definitely. No, this one turned out good though. Still.
This was good shit.
Yeah, Yeah, because I feel one of my problems, I'm sure you know, is my mic is very loud.
Sound
It
fine
was
to me
good.
so far.
Yeah, it was good tonight. And yeah,
I
guys, thank you
rewatched
so
the
much.
stream. Yeah,
No
no problem.
problem,
Like
man.
Brian, like this is low key, like one of my favorite things to do now. These streams, like I get so hyped for them because they're just we just have so much fun, like messing around, you know.
The funniest thing is that we all come up with the most random thoughts, and then we just go from there. That's the funniest thing.
Yeah,
Dude, literally,
like,
this is the streams in a nutshell. First
we should
half,
do a stream
strictly
where we
talking
just
about
mess
the
around.
episode. Second half, Scott.
I was gonna
Yes.
say Brian should just retitle this like TS-19 and Scott.
Scott.
And some.
Do it. He do it.
Okay.
You think
Yo,
I
I
should?
should low-key do like something in I should low-key just do something in Humanity where like Scott just like, goes to a portal and he ends up like saving all the characters.
He makes a brief cameo.
Yeah.
It's like that Fortnite thing, like Michonne and Daryl just go in.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh lord.
They're just like obviously I can't reveal anything, but there's like this sort of scene later in the season. Scott just comes out, kills all the walkers, goes back. Even though they're not called, I'll just say in my show, the zombies are not called walkers.
Guys, I changed the title.
Oh
Dude.
no, let's see this. I want to see this.
Oh my god, no way.
This is gonna
Brian
be
is a
legendary.
legend.
Brian.
Oh man.
Let's see.
No.
Legend Scott.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude.
We should have a live stream where we low-key just talk about Scott.
Oh,
I
we do
know,
that
dude.
so much already.
I know, dude.
Yo.
You're just gonna have to like.
Dan?
happen.
I dare you, if you haven't recorded already, to mention Scott and Kyle in episode 16.
What?
the
In my
rewrite.
rewrite?
Yeah, I dare you to mention them.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say anything, but like, it's like Scott is like, what we're gonna do with him is gonna be something you guys are not gonna expect. I'll just say that you guys are gonna be like, wait, what?
Dan, if you kill him, I'm unsubscribing.
Oh, man. Well, it was nice knowing you, man. Like,
Oh
I'm joking.
lord.
I'm joking.
What's gonna happen in the Dan's Reviews universe of Scott?
It's like I just released like a rewrite, and then it's like then after that there's just this special video with this sad music of like rest in peace Scott.
You just
everyone
see,
is just,
he just
yeah, everyone's
uploads an episode.
hey
He
guys,
kills Scott in episode 16. Sorry, go ahead.
DeRosa, so we're about to finish up. We only have a couple minutes left. DeRosa asked, what about Hostels and Calamities? So I didn't like that episode. Also, DeRosa,
Oh lord.
I'm doing the Grove and then maybe 18 Miles Out because they were suggested first. So I'll have to see.
I want to ask, DeRosa, do you like Hostels and Calamities or no?
I think he's suggesting it because he doesn't like it.
Oh,
Personally,
I
I
get it.
think Hostile and Calamities is kind of a bad episode as well.
Not a
I
It
agree.
is.
Oh.
Dude, they should have just like at the very least, they should have just deleted or like even just like put the Rick and Michonne and the Eugene episode together, or just delete both in general.
Yeah, I'm glad you got rid of the whole Eugene storyline.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean I can
Dan.
pretty much confirm at this rate that I'm not doing that.
Wait,
Dan.
Yeah, it's good. Like,
What's up, Brian?
DeRosa then asks, "What if we did that Daryl and Beth episode?" Oh, still.
No.
I'll be okay, guys. You guys are gonna hate me for saying this.
I don't
But-
mind that episode.
I think Steel is actually a good episode.
I think so.
I am
Like, I
not in
don't
that
think
boat.
it's
I am not a Still
great.
fan.
I
I
like
don't
Beth,
think
but I
it's
hate that episode.
amazing.
I like
I
Beth,
think it's
but I
good.
hate that episode.
I think it's fine.
But why do you
It's a
think?
decent
Why do you think
I
it's
like
fine?
Beth. I really like
The
her.
only thing I don't like is the Daryl and Beth shipping.
Well,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, oh hell no. That's like.
disgusting.
Did you hear some people were shipping Morgan and Alicia?
Oh, I know.
Terrible.
Yeah,
And
I view
Alicia
that
was
more
like
as,
what,
a father
17?
figure.
And Alicia was like what, 17 in season 4?
In season 1, I think she is.
No, she's around
I
20
don't
to
know.
21. But still,
Now
Morgan's
she
old
is,
enough
okay,
to be
leave.
her dad.
I think
Morgan's
yeah,
like,
okay.
how old's Morgan? Like, he's in his 50s, I think, by season
Yeah,
6.
40s.
I think
Well, I guess
season-
okay, Beth and Daryl's worse though, since Beth is underage.
Yeah.
I think season 1.
FBI,
season-
CRM, open up.
I think season 1 and 2. I think Alicia's 17, but I think in 3, I think they said she's 18.
Yeah, she turned 18 because she had a relationship with Jake, and Jake is a lot older than 18, so they had to make it legal.
I mean, to be fair, it's the apocalypse. I mean, I don't think.
There's not many
You know.
Open up.
Jake and Alicia get it on. CRM just kicks down the door of the house.
She's
Hey,
18.
Dan.
It's like she's 18, and they're like, "Oh, well, you lucked out." And especially, I mean, and Alicia too. I mean, Jake might have had a brutal death, but still, I mean, I would say he was pretty lucky.
He died happy.
Yeah.
He died happy. You know, he got Scott and Alicia.
No.
Scott is the only man Alicia deserves.
Well, he's unkillable, and I mean, so is she. I suppose that's one comparison with them.
Dude,
Like-
legit though, I actually like Jake and Alicia. I don't mind them as a couple, but then it's like you
Me
just
neither.
see like the idea of like her and Wes together. It just makes me want to.
Yeah, I don't know why they're kind of implying that. Like,
Can they
I do
please
think
kill
Wes.
off.
I like Wes, but like, I don't see him with Alicia. I'm sorry.
I don't see
No.
him being on the show anymore. I'm just not a fan.
Honestly,
I
I,
mean,
wouldn't have
he's
even
the
been
main-
upset if like just like Jenny was just like, he's not gonna make the trip and just kills him. I wouldn't even be upset.
Dude, imagine if she just
Yeah.
shot him there on the spot. It would actually be brutal, and I think it would actually add to the atmosphere of that dark episode.
And
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
like then we could say that like Jenny at least did something like villainous, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing with Jenny. Like, I just find she's cool character, but she doesn't feel like a villain. She doesn't act like a villain character, you know?
I mean,
Has she
she,
done
like, she
anything
is the
villainous,
ultimate
really? Other
like,
than shoot
like
Morgan?
roasting villain.
Besides
Well,
did she
Morgan,
kill-
She's just
Okay, wait. I'm confused. Did she kill Janice, or was that Victor that killed Janice?
I think she's
think
the
it
one who
was
like tied her.
John said that like he yelled it in the street when he was beating him up, like you killed her.
I think Victor did it, yeah.
Yeah.
My main problem with the key is I feel we should have seen like that whole thing with Janice. Like maybe like we see her getting tied to the tree, maybe the music playing, and we see the walkers closing in on her.
I'm actually good
You
with the
know-
way they did it personally.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
that's
dark,
like-
though.
Value.
It might be like a better to be honest, I think that might be one of the few episodes of Fear that I have like little problems with, if any.
I have no problems with it.
Yeah.
The
it's
key is
almost
amazing.
Yeah.
Love
Hey
it.
guys,
John.
perfect. Yeah, Brian?
Yeah.
I just
I think
wanted to
it's
say, I just wanted to say wanted to thank you guys, and I just wanted to let you know that I think we need to end the stream. Dan needs to upload the episode
that's
15, but yeah. So if you guys want to still stay and talk after, that's fine. But I
I'll
just
be
wanted
on
to let you.
call if anyone wants to chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
head out, but I could possibly be back later.
You sticking around,
Yeah,
Cade?
well, this was fun. Thanks again, Brian, for hosting the stream. It was really fun, and I'm glad that this went overall smoother than last time.
Absolutely.
Obviously,
there's
time,
still
guys.
Thank
things
you
we-
guys.
because I think the reason it went well is because we were less people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
think-
is.
But I think like if we're doing a one with like 6 or 7, we need to be more like enforcers of the whole muting thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like with 8 or 9 people, it becomes like too much, and then we can't hear what anybody's saying.
Agreed.
Yeah, because it's hard. Like obviously, like here, like if I see I'm talking over somebody, which is a bad habit of mine, I can at least stop. But when it's like 4 or 5 people, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
It
All
gets
right.
really messy. But
Totally.
anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for the
Thank you
stream,
very much,
Brian.
Brian, for the stream.
Take it
Yeah,
easy, Brian.
Can't wait.
You're welcome,
Can't wait for
man.
the episode, Dan.
Yeah.
Blessed to know too, Dan.
I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys at Dan's rewrite.
Yeah,
Talk to
true.
you guys later. You're heading
Bye.
out
Bye,
too, eh,
Brian.
Dan?